Happy Friday, or happy Saturday. I'm sorry. It's good to see y'all. Hope you're doing well. I missed you guys last week. I was a little busy though. Yeah, we're here. Saturday morning, actually. I had to move the times around. So last night, I was going to go live last night, and I ended up going out to lunch with my brother-in-law and a friend, which was had us stopping at a couple of breweries. And by the time I got home, I was kind of tired and just kind of out of it. And I hadn't really spent any time with my wife at all the last few days. Like even Thanksgiving, we're kind of all doing our own thing. So I decided to spend some time with her yesterday evening, and eschew you guys, and we push you off to today. So here we are today. It was going to then be 1 o'clock today, but then my new heating system is on. There's some kinks to work out. So my buddy's coming by this afternoon to take a look at it. So here we are at 11 o'clock. It's good to see you guys. It's good to be back. What? What do you want? Save. I don't care where you save it. FS Global Real Weather wants to save a file. Yeah, just, I don't know, file. Save it there. Can it do that? Oh, come on. You can do this. All right, anyway, Captain K-Man, how you doing, man? Garbster, welcome aboard. Buster Green, happy Friday. Good to see you guys. Thank you very much, guys. It's been, yeah, so it's been, it won't download. Man, we might just sort of explain stock weather if this is being a pain. Yeah, so that, the everything got pushed back to 11 o'clock today. We're gonna do a couple of hops this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is, and I'll be drinking coffee here till the coffee runs out. All right, so FS Global Real Weather is going away, and we're gonna go to X-Plane stock weather by doing this and letting it download. And done and apply. All right, and yeah, so we'll talk about the last few days. So. If you don't know, we had a baby last week. My daughter Amalia was born Thursday, November 15th in the morning. It was a very whirlwind sort of day. She was born in the morning. We had a few hours to spend in recovery because my wife had a C-section, and then we were ushered upstairs to the room where we'd be staying for 4 days or 4 nights or whatever. And so we had a few people that showed up, here and there. Actually, Josh and Max and those guys were supposed to come up, but then like the weather was awful, man. Like we got our first snowfall Thursday night, and just kind of all weekend the weather was less than ideal, we'll call it. So finally got discharged at Monday morning. My wife and I came home along with Amalia, and just kind of got settled in. And it's been a weird week, in a good way. It's been different. So, having to, have somebody else rely on you. Like I've kind of and I've also had to take care of my wife to some extent too, because she can't traverse stairs. Like she's not supposed to traverse stairs a lot. So I've had to bring stuff up to her and stuff down to her, and whatever. And if she wants to ever leave the house, she has to go with me because she can't drive for a few weeks and stuff like that. So, It's been a little tiring, but we've been very fortunate that the baby has been willing to sleep. So we discovered pretty early on in the hospital that she likes to eat, and boy howdy does she like to eat. Like the nurses were even like, "Holy crap, that kid eats." So I learned before having a child that a well-fed baby is a happy baby, and a happy baby sleeps. So. Baby's been getting lots of food, and baby's been sleeping a lot as we've even gotten home. So, like last night, for example, we got 3 to 3.5 hours at a time between feedings. So, and usually a feeding is like a half an hour. So my wife and I'll both get up. I'll have to run downstairs, make the formula and all that, because again, she can't go downstairs, or she can, but she's not supposed to do it often. And yeah, baby eats, and then, change the diaper, and sometimes you got to change the diaper a second time because, babies also pee and poop a lot, and then put the baby to sleep and go get some rest yourself. So it hasn't been, like I said, it hasn't been too bad as far as the sleep goes. Like I think we're both tired, but we're surviving. Like I'm sure it's going to get worse. I'm sure that once she starts becoming more mobile and sort of like once she realizes that she can cry and basically summon us at will, that's gonna suck. So we're hopeful that things kind of remain on the path that they're going right now. But yeah. So then we had Thanksgiving, and if you're not in the U.S., so this is a big weekend in the United States. Thursday is Thanksgiving, where we celebrate displacing all the Indians. Native Americans, I'm sorry. And then we follow that up with a dessert of just gratuitous consumerism on Friday. And then, Saturday and Sunday are just sitting back and realizing what the hell we've done for the last 2 days. And oh God, how am I going to pay for all this? We didn't do any of that. We had Thanksgiving, we ate, and all that stuff. And then yesterday I went down and had lunch with some friends. But yeah, so today we're just kind of, are we missing a week? No, we're not. Okay. Today we're just kind of hanging out, man. So I got somebody showing up later, doing some work in the house and whatnot, and otherwise it's just gonna be the baby, my wife, and myself, just kind of chilling out by the TV this evening. So, but here we are for now. I'll go grab her in a few minutes, and we'll have a little awe sort of moment. Yeah. So outside of that, I did get up and fly one last time. So last Monday Last Monday, we had Veterans Day here in the U.S. 2 Mondays ago. Sorry, 2 Mondays ago, we had Veterans Day in the U.S. So I had the day off. And it just so happened to coincide with PilotEdge's own Peter Gray going on vacation. So Mr. Gray stopped here in my neck of the woods, and we rented a plane and went flying. So we flew up to Portland, Maine, and met up with Mr. Max up there. So Max flew his plane up and met up with us and went out for lunch and whatnot. So I got Peter's CFI signature in my logbook now. It's been blessed. It feels real good, man. It feels real good. But that was fun though. That was fun. We took the Warrior up, and it's the first time that it's one of the few times I've gotten to go flying with somebody, another pilot, just flying recreationally. So not having to, like when I go up with Max, we do a lot of recreational flying, but it's in his plane usually, or we're doing some sort of like under the hood, IFR type of stuff. Like it's not often that I get to fly with somebody that's not Max, who's a pilot, and get some kind of, and especially a CFI, and a really good CFI at that, and get some additional input on everything. So that was pretty awesome. That was a really fun day. It was a nice way to sort of cap off the end of being not a father, and kind of move into things. So I don't have any flights planned until next weekend. I think a week from today I'm going up. I have another. I'm gonna resume my IFR trip. Is it next week? A week from tomorrow, on the 2nd. So a week from tomorrow I'm going up, and I'm gonna do another IFR lesson and see if we can get to the point where I'm comfortable getting signed off. And then I'm also gonna take a good friend of mine and his son up flying if the weather holds out. So that's what's going on, man. That's the plan. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. So let's do this. I'm gonna go grab a little bundle of joy, because I want to show her on stream here, and I don't care if you don't want to see her or not. We'll have a few minutes of fawning over my child, and then we'll go do some flying. What do you guys say? Make sure you select the right FS Global Real Weather option. I did, yeah, I did, and it was downloading. It still wants me to save a file somewhere. I'll deal with it later, man. I can use the stock stuff. So give me just a moment here. Stealth Bob, it's good to see you, man. I'll go through all the subscriptions and all that stuff once we get closer to actually going up in the air. Who else I missed? 505 Northman, good to see you. Aviator Alexander, how you doing, my friend? Command 07, welcome aboard. Chevrolet 727, welcome aboard. There's my wife, Virgo Sin. Everybody say hi, Virgo Sin. Astro Butch, good to see you. Taco 83, happy Saturday. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. We'll put some tunes on here, nice and quiet. And yeah. Let's all right, right back. All right.
Retard.
Now she says if I wake her up, I got to keep her for the day. That's not going to work. She's out like a light, though. I don't have a really good way of showing her on stream here, so this will have to do. Everybody say hi. Hi, Amalia.
Retard.
This is her favorite activity so far. Sorry, second favorite. Eating, sleeping. And if we're sitting here long enough, we'll probably hear her squeak a little bit out the out the tutor. Future taxpayer. One of my friends got us a bib that says what does it say? It's like world's cutest tax deduction or something. And he's my tax person, so absolutely, completely, and totally my child, though. Like, there's no question about that. Hi there, kid. So we had the moment. You saw the baby. It's real. She's real. Not it. She. Let me go put her to sleep now before she wakes up, and I have to stick with her all day. Right back one more time, guys. Yeah, the yacht shirt. All right. That's out of the way. Thanks for humoring me, guys. Anybody else show up? Tricky Productions, good to see you. Serby Plays, welcome aboard. CPHL, how you doing, Steve? BH Wow, we said hello to you, but hello again. We got Robert. We got Puff MTD. There's a new one today. Captain K-Man, good to see you. Kim says congrats. Thanks, Bill and Kim. Yeah, dude, I haven't worked out for like 2 weeks. I'm a little out of shape right now. So anyway, here we are. Let's go do some flying. That's what we're here for. We're not here to fawn over children and talk about my life. We're gonna fly some planes. Fuego 275, thanks. Actually, we'll do the thank yous and we'll go fly some planes. Who we got first here? That guy from California, thanks for 10 months, my friend. Says glad to be here for 10 months. Congrats, Tyler, on becoming a dad. That's awesome. It is pretty sweet. Thank you very much, man. Cheers. J10GB Justin's here for 23 months. He says, went alive early. Yes, sir. We're live. Here we are, man. Boeing Man 2425 here for 6 months. He says, congrats and best wishes. Thank you very much, Boeing Man. I appreciate it. Boeing QA9, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support. Cheers to you, buddy. Piper 5299 X-Ray, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support. Cheers to you. Colt Rogue here for 2 months. My friend Colt Rogue says, so thrilled for your new steps. I believe I've stayed awake on your behalf the last couple nights. Fair enough, man. Thank you very much, Colt Rogue. Cheers to you, buddy. Have you been streaming at all yet since you got back home? Or is it going to have to wait till you get some real internet? IFN 74 here for 23 months as well. Congratulations. I'm assuming it's Ty. Congrats on your new family member. Thank you very much, Ivan. I appreciate it. Steve PHL here for 20 months. He says, "Oh, Steve, thank you very much, man. Cheers to you, buddy. I was bummed that you guys didn't get to make it up last week, but we're definitely gonna have to find a time to make that happen." WBS52 here for 23 months says, "Missed a week waiting for baby Amalia to arrive, then jumped from 21 to 23 months." Nice, dude. Cheers, Bill. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Old Gopher, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, and thank you for your support, my friend. Cheers to you, buddy. And finally, Second Officer Steve's here for 15 months. He says, congrats, Ty. Welcome to the Dad Club. We meet on Thursdays. Bring beer. Damn straight. Second Officer Steve, thank you very much. Thank you guys all very much for your support. I do appreciate it. Thank you all for bearing with me after we missed a week, too. Glocky, it's good to see you. Steve99, welcome aboard. Dogs3447, happy Saturday. Two-Tone Murphy, good to see you. Anybody else? Two-Tone Murphy and his boy here. How you doing, man? Jonathan Cordova's good to see you, man. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. Dogo DR, good to see it. Anybody else we missed, we'll get you guys soon. All right. This is the TBM 900 by Hot Start. Flew this thing about a month ago, I think, when it came out. And I enjoy the hell out of this. I love this airplane. You're not really going to find me saying too many bad things about it. So we're flying this. Flight plan today is going to take us from the Reno airport, starting up in central. I guess this is like, well, it's actually technically Nevada. The Nevada / northern Colorado or California area up here. We're taking that down to San Luis Obispo, down in the SoCal area. And then from San Luis, we're heading down to, I think, Montgomery, down near San Diego. So I did do some investigation this morning, and I figured out why my system was running like poo here in the SoCal area. There was some World to XP add-on I had put on. Crap. I gotta go get my water in a second, but some World to XP add-on that I had installed that was just causing my graphics card to crap itself when I was in this area for some reason. So as soon as I removed that, it was great. Everything started running fantastic. So. And in general, my sim is actually running way better without it right now, too. So I'm just going to leave that uninstalled. I forget what exactly it was. It was like US West World to XP. I'm guessing it was adding autogen and kind of some things like that. So, yeah, here we are, man. We're going to fly this. I got to do this. I'm sorry. I got to run downstairs one more time real quick. I forgot my water. And if I don't have water, this whole thing isn't going to work out very well. So sorry, guys. We'll be right back. All right. Rudyism, thanks for 22 months for the tier 2 sub, Rudy. Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers to you, buddy. Robert, 5862A Smarts. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. All right. So this isn't a custom livery. This is the Steve-01 Knievel livery. And there's the plane has the ability to add a custom tail number. And that's done through right here through the airframe manager. So if I change that to something else, it would change the registration and be good to go. Holy crap, dude. I'm way out of shape. It's bad right now. All right. Let's go fly this sucker. Let's see. I don't know why it's got airplane sounds around us, but it's fine. Whatever. I could turn off AI traffic and it would fix that, but whatever. Okay, so let's go to payload. No, yeah. So we'll pull the ties and the caps off, pull the pitot cover, the wicks off, pull the static off, and we'll go ahead and open all the doors. 75 gallons each side should give us more than enough. 75 gallons each side, more than enough. So that's fuel. That fuels us up. Make sure you close the fuel caps, by the way. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your fuel pretty quickly. So that's good right there. And then as far as payload goes, yeah, that looks fine. We'll add one other person in here. And you know what? We'll just randomize half. All right, that's good. It's about half full. And we're within CG, so that's all fantastic. Go ahead and close all the doors up. Yeah. All right, so that's good. And then I want to go pull a GPU in. Oh, that's going to really bug the crap out of me. So let's just do this. AI aircraft, turn them all off. And that didn't change anything. I don't know where that sound's coming from. I thought it was invisible AI aircraft. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got to have these in here. Otherwise, the TCAS doesn't work. And that's a problem. Glocky, thank you very much for the bits. You want your kid to be a commercial pilot if she wants to. She can do whatever she wants. I would have no issue with that. All right, nav lights. Good, good, good. Just lights are good. Those lights are good. We'll pull the crash bar up. And we'll go gen power. Oop, no, that's the wrong one. Take you up to GPU. Starter's off. Ignition's off. That's all off, 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 off. Great. Boy, I don't like that buzzing sound. I mean, it'll go away soon enough. And there's also, like, my audio is buzzing now, too. I got to fix that later. All sorts of problems. All right, push enter on you. Let this thing start to do its alignment. Let's make sure we got the park brake set. Pull you, turn you on. Park brake is set. Hit that button a few times.
Oral warning, okay.
Oral warning's okay. Fantastic. Happy Aragon, good to see it. Be able to see other TBMs on PilotEdge. If you get the TBM CSL from X Aviation, like this right here is that CSL, you'll be able to see other TBMs on PE. So there's a TBM here, there's an Epic over here. But you gotta have the custom CSL, otherwise, yeah, it don't work. Okay, so we are on the ground at Reno. We're going to call up clearance delivery here. Clearance is 24.9er. Make sure we're not squawking anything crazy. Okay, that's good. So 24.9. Good. I got to figure out what that buzzing is. All right, 24.9er. Oh. Hang on, what's going on? Why is that making a noise? I don't have XP Realistic. Something else is making a noise and it's not supposed to. Like, this is just supposed to be PilotEdge. And for some reason, X-Plane's... Ooh, X-Plane's coming out of that. That's not... What the heck? The only thing that's supposed to be coming out of that are my PilotEdge sounds. Is like total like rerouting sound here to where it's not supposed to go? Because that's going to be really crappy if he is. No, no, no. No. So none of that, none of that. Turn off the GPU. So, all right. So for whatever reason, the audio for the airplane are coming out the wrong input, or the wrong output. That's bad. Why is it doing that? So, okay, so here's what's going on, guys. I have several different audio outputs here, and for some reason, the airplane sounds are going out this ATC, and they're not supposed to. They're supposed to go out the main. So is it looking at PilotEdge? And the problem is that's a mono output. Like, that's not where we're supposed to have that kind of sound. So we got to do a little troubleshooting here. What if I change this to that? I might need to reboot the sim or something here. Because that's a problem. So okay. So if I turn out, you hear this. Like, this is the sound of the plane, but this is running through a mono channel. So it's going to sound like complete poo when it's actually running. And that's also supposed to be where my PilotEdge sounds go. And only my PilotEdge sounds. So that I can adjust all that stuff independently. So I'm going to try rebooting the sim real quick. And we're going to see if that changes anything here. And we'll do a little, check-in on some stuff, too. All right. Sim setup 101. Here we go. Okay, so that's one. That's working. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Crap. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. And then you are this one. Okay, so they're all working. So for whatever reason, X-Plane went to the wrong one.
Retard.
Yeah, I know. All right, so let's reboot X-Plane and see what this does. Maybe I know Windows has had some weird sound issues lately too, so maybe just rebooting the sim will fix it. Is that GPU noise? It might be, yeah. I haven't been able to isolate like what this hum is. Like I have to go like isolate some wires and do some ground, whatever. I got work to do in the audio setup still. But yeah, the other problem is more concerning. Sorry about that. Rick, how you doing, man? John Fezzik, good to see you. Ted Prime, welcome aboard. Adam Affey, welcome aboard. Yeah, we're doing European friendly times, but we can't get the sim to work yet. So, McTryon, how you doing? Surf Murph, good to see it. Is there an engine running? That's like, for whatever reason, it seems to be multiplayer sounds that are kicking off, even though there's no multiplayer aircraft. It happens in my sim once in a while. Usually it's overpowered by the actual plane making noise, but in this case, the plane was making noise on the wrong sound card. It's all weird.
Updates finished.
I think this is going to be okay, though. I think I know what the issue was. Ed Force 5, good to see you. How you doing? Thank you very much, guys, for the congrats and all that. All right, TBM 9, Reno Tahoe. Good start. And hopefully this will do it. This should be a quick-ish load. Quicker. Eventually we'll get flying. So I think what happens is that when my Windows did some update that screwed up audio again, and the whole system defaults to that particular output until I go in and actually click on some buttons in the sound control panel. And I'm guessing Toto's stuff must have looked at that, went to that sound card, but then didn't recapture the new sound card when I changed everything. So I think this time I'm going to fire it up. It'll be just fine. No issue. Oh gosh. Only I think I just killed the sim now because I clicked on it. The trials and tribulations of trying to run a damn flight sim. Max took Josh up for a ride in the Vision Jet. Looks like yesterday. So I'm just looking at some pictures here that he shared. Some good stuff out there. Shaking off the rust. That's right. Yeah, I think I killed the sim here when I clicked on it by accident. So, oh, no, maybe not. All right, it's going. It's going. Sometimes when you click on it, it does that whole go to white thing. It just stops loading. It's like, I'm done. I'm not doing anything now. It's still chugging away, though. All right. Yep, it works now. All right. Okay, so payload. None of that kept. All right. Stop beeping at me. Okay, so fuel did keep. Just the passengers and whatnot did not keep. That's fine. Everything else is open, so close that. All that stuff is fantastic. That's all off. Great. Chocks are on. Pull the GPU in. And we should be on GPU source, which we are. Yeah, there's like some GPU noise that's causing some static. That's new. All right, whatever. We'll deal with it today. Okay, so now we should be able to tune into 124.9er.
Okay.
And if I remember, this thing changes my volume on my ATC. I hate when things do that. I think I actually left it the same. And a moment of truth. See if it works. COM1 mic. COM1. Let me make sure PilotEdge is back on the right output. Nope, it's not. ATC. Okay. All right, so we are TBM 717 Tango Sierra. We're calling up Reno clearance, and we're looking for IFR down to San Luis Obispo. Reno clearance, good morning. TBM 717 Tango Sierra IFR San Luis Obispo. What are the odds that it actually worked? I'm going to go with it probably didn't. Because I didn't connect to PilotEdge.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Let's try this again. Reno ground, good morning. TBM 717 Tango Sierra IFR to San Luis Obispo, please.
717 Tango Sierra, Reno claims to the San Luis Obispo Airport, Zephyr 6 departure Darby Transit, and then a stop climb via SID, squawk 3523.
Cleared San Luis Obispo, Zephyr 6, Darby, as filed, climb via SID, 3523, TBM 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, read that correct?
All right, cool. Okay, so we'll come down here. We're going to click on the flight plan button. We're going to go click in on the FMS knob. Go menu, delete flight plan, enter. And from Reno, we're going to go proc, departure. And we're on the Zephyr 6.
Retard.
Probably from 1-6 left, plan for. Oh, that buzzing is going to bother me. I have no idea where it's coming from, though. All right, whatever. Okay, so then we're going to go to Darby. Hit enter. Load. From Darby, we're going to... we're going to go to PRB. Guessing that's Paso Robles. PRB. Yep. And then from PRB to MQO. QO. And then from there to KSBP. KSBP. Enter, enter. All right, so that's good. So the flight plan's in. Put you away. Let's come down here. Let's make sure the park brake is set. Good. Go ahead and have him pull the chocks. And we will go ahead and pull the GPU. I know that. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go battery now for the source. Lights, we're going to go strobe light on. Everything over here is good. Those are all good. Starter is off. Ignition to auto. Aux boost pump to on. AP trims are off. Fuel selector is on auto. Start sequence goes. And we're watching for hot start, hung start.
Retard, retard, retard.
Temps looking good. ITTs are N2's coming up. Should see the torque coming up here in a moment. There it goes. Okay. Bring ourselves over into flight idle. Generator to man. Aux boost pump goes to auto. Ignition can stay on auto. Starter can stay off now. AP and trims on. Left to right. Taxi light can come on. Pulse light off. Nav light on. Strobe light on. Interior lights off. Electrics are good. Starter, ignition, aux boost pump, fuel selector, AP trims. Everything's good over there. All right. Okay, come down here. We'll set our transponder. So transponder button there. We're going to go to 3523. So code 3523. And transponder altitude. Back. Good. So 3523 altitude. Brief. Oh, I left the 4-foot up. That's all right. Brief the departure real quick. Zephyr 6 departure out of Reno Tahoe Airport. Says on departure, fly heading 164 till reaching 4,920 feet, then direct to the Zephyr intersection. From there, we'll continue on to Epose. And then Darby. There are no altitude restrictions we need to worry about. The top altitude for this is going to be flight level 190. So alt sol 19,000 feet. All right, 19,000 feet there. 164 on the heading. $64, good. All right, so we're going to go heading. Vertical speed, 1,500 for the initial climb. We're looking for 200 knots in the climb. 200 or one? No, it's 150 in the climb. Sorry, 150 in the climb. So let's see. We got heading. That's set. That's set. We're going to go nav mode arm. Flight director is, oops, heading nav. Flight director is already on. Vertical speed mode. Set that one more time for 1,500 feet per minute. Good, 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 good. AP off, yaw damper off. Okay. Check flight controls. Flight controls are good. Ground control to Major Tom is 121 9er. That's over here. 21.9. And then tower is going to be 18.7. All right, make sure the weather's actually loaded here. Match real world conditions. Good. Fantastic. And then let's actually grab the weather. So current conditions, Reno Airport, 340, 13 knots. Winds, 10 mile visibility. Ooh, the winds are not favoring that departure. I bet we get a different departure out of here. Okay. Well, anyway, winds are 340, 13, 10 mile visibility, scattered 4,000, scattered 16,000, 11 Celsius, temperature 2998. So Barrow 2998. And we got the weather. Good, good, good. Transponder, altitude. Everything's good there. Oh, yeah. Pitot static, right. Pitot heat, pitot stall heat, and turn the inertial separator on. Okay, let's go flying. What do you say? Good morning. How's it going, Ann Bone? Welcome aboard. Ryan, good to see you. AB Aviation. I missed some subs real quick, so let's grab these. Almost knocked over my water. X-Plane Geo, thanks for 16 months. I do appreciate it. To the new dad and title, welcome to the club. Cheers, my friend. Antisocial Woodworker, thank you for 4 months. Cheers to you, buddy. I do appreciate it. And Brown Bag Code, thank you very much, Chris, for 23 months of support. This isn't 1 p.m. Yeah, I know. I was gonna do one, and I had to move it forward because some stuff was going. Stuff's happened this afternoon. Cheers, Brown Bag Code. Thanks for 23 months, man. Oh, yeah, this airplane will get chewed up by icing. Most turboprops are that way. All right, so we've got a taxi range here. We'll head out of here. We'll take a right.
Retard, retard, retard.
Take a right out of here and we should be good. Thank you, Brown Bag Code. Anna Gaming, thank you very much for 10 months, my friend. Hey, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Where is the windsock here? We'll just verify. Visual confirmation that the winds are favoring the runway that we weren't planning for. Where's the damn windsock? Windsock, windsock. Yeah, we gotta take off to the north. Reno ground, TBM 717 Tango Sierra's FBO with the weather for taxi.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Reno ground, runway 34 right, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 25, the last avenue departure for you.
34 right, Charlie, cross 25, and we'll be ready for that. 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, clear to the right. So we'll have to reprogram the departure out of here, rebrief that, that's fine. Take a left on Charlie. I don't know that I've ever taken off out of here to the north. It pretty much always favors the south.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, I have your new clearance when you're ready.
Already copy 7 Tango Sierra.
It's clear to the San Luis Obispo Airport. Split them for departure. Ryan transition direct past the Robles VOR, then it's filed.
Okay, cleared. Split them for departure. Ryan transition. Paso Robles as filed. 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, read back correct and climb via SID.
Climb via SID. 7 Tango Sierra.
And Epic 155 number Yankees with Kilo ready to taxi. I'm assuming we're going to get a refile as well.
155 number Yankee from it is clear to San Luis Obispo Airport. Split them for departure. Ryan transition direct past the Robles, then it's filed. Climb via SID.
That's one for Ryan transition, Pastor VOR, and then a styled 155 number Yankee.
155 number Yankee, read back correct runway 34 right, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 25.
34 right, cross 25.
So Charlie actually cuts over here and like cuts off. That's so weird. I'm getting to the end here. I'm like, I don't think my scenery is working well because I see Charlie coming to an end and I'm supposed to stay Charlie all the way down. And look at the chart, and sure enough, you got to cut left and then cut right. Boy, that's weird. Okay, clear left, clear right, clear to cross. I'll go reprogram once we get down to the end of the runway here. And we'll rebrief the departure as well. All right. Harvey Anderson, good to see you, man. Baby's doing very well. She's sleeping a lot. She's eating like a truck. Eating and sleeping. That's what we want to see, though. Where the schedule doesn't matter and the rules are made up. Yeah, no kidding, man. I've slept in till like 9:30 the last couple of days just because like that's how it works now. That's my life. I'm not complaining either. It's been pretty good. You guys follow me on Twitter. You've seen some pictures. All right, get ourselves down to the end here. We'll reprogram that FMC. Watch that weather reload.
Phoenix Ground, good morning. American 1107 is coming out of Terminal 4 at Charlie 9, short of Charlie. Information Bravo taxi.
All right, let's park brake real quick.
Runway 8 taxi via Charlie.
Park brake
Runway
set.
8 via Charlie, American 1107.
Go to proc. And turn that down a touch. So that actually did. Let's do you right there. Select departure. Enter. We're going to be on the Split'em 4. 3-4 left. Nope. Proc. Departure. Let's clear that. Proc. Departure. Split'em 4. 3-4 right. To Ryan and load that. So let's brief that real quick. Split'em 4 departure out of Reno Tahoe Airport, says climb heading 344. So 344 now. Ah. $344. Upon reaching 4,920 feet, right turn direct to the Split'em intersection. We're going to cross Split'em between 7,700 and 9,000 feet in less than 230 knots. Speed's easy. Altitude we got to pay attention to. After the Split'em intersection, proceed to the Ryan intersection. Cross the Ryan intersection at or above 1,000 or 15,000 feet. And then on to Paso Robles from there. So that's all set in the FMC. It's got the whole plan and whatnot. So we're going to watch for 9,000 feet at Split'em. I'm actually going to punch 9,000 feet into my alt cell, so I don't go over that value or that number. Okay, there we go. And we'll switch over to tower now. 18.7. NorCal departure is 19.2. Reno Tower, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, holding short 3-4 right.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Reno Tower, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff, wind 33013.
Clear for takeoff, runway 34 right, TBM 7 Tango Sierra. All right, let's go lights. That's your set. Overhead panel looks good. And camera is set. And the frequency is set. And then action. We got 1 notch of flaps. Oh, I didn't set the trims, did I? That's why we do action. We'll go left side of the green. Okay, action is now good. 3-4 right identified. And clear left. Clear to the right. Let's go flying. Piper Hawk, good to see you. Can't be a welcome aboard. Hello from Boston. Boy, it's been a while. This will be fun.
Reno Tower, good afternoon. Epic 155 November Yankee is short of 3-4 right.
For 115 November Yankee, Reno Tower, hold short runway 34 right.
Holding short 3-4 right, 155 November Yankee.
Okay, that's power. Set enough. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Phoenix Tower, good morning. American 1107 coming up on runway 8, ready for departure.
1107 Phoenix Tower, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 cleared for takeoff, American 1107.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, contact departure.
Departure 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, bring the yaw damper on. Departure TBM 717 Tango Sierra 5,400 climbing Split'em 4.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, NorCal departure, radar contact.
Okay, so he didn't give us a climb and maintain, so we got to get above 7,700 and below 9,000 for Split'em. Okay, flaps in.
retard, retard,
We're 155
retard.
November Yankee 5 runway heading, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Let's go flight change, speed mode. Nope, flight change mode. Why is it in Mach? No. Crap. Why is it in Mach mode? Oh no.
YouTube was hot this week.
Thanks, Max. We're struggling a bit here. Okay, sit rep. Flight change mode took me into Mach mode,
Retard, retard.
which is not what we want. Just hand fly the plane. First priority. 1,000 to go. All right.
We're 155 November Yankee, contact departure.
Okay, so we're 9,000 till we cross Split'em. After Split'em, we can go up to 19,000. So we'll get a little speed here.
Departure, good afternoon. Epic 155 November Yankee is 5.6, climbing Splitter 4.
We're 155 November Yankee. No,
Okay.
departure radar contact climb, maintain level 190.
190,
Cloud on.
155
Take
November
the
Yankee.
alt up. There, flight change just went back into speed mode. Good. So we'll go to 150. And then we'll set the altitude for 19,000. Okay, let's go power forward now. Should have just kept the power in, but I wanted to pull it back there just because I was a little bit behind the airplane after we leveled off. Okay, after takeoff, gear up, lights out. Flaps up, indicated. Lights are, turn the pulse off. Set. Everything else we'll leave on. We're good. Oh, we're probably not pressurizing, are we? It's just auto pressurization mode, auto. Oh yeah, we're pressurizing. We're good. I didn't set my LFE though.
American 1107 contact
There we go.
departure.
We'll let the FMS determine our landing field elevation there.
November Yankee, clear direct Ryan intersection.
Alright, direct Ryan, intersect 155 November Yankee.
Phoenix departure, good morning.
Whew, oh boy.
7,500 climbing via the city.
American 1107 Phoenix departure radar contact. Climb,
That's
maintain level
crazy
210.
how like
Maintain 210.
behind you can get by spending just 2 weeks away. That wasn't even that difficult of a departure. As soon as we're clear of these clouds, I'll pull the inertial separator off, which is good there. So we'll leave the torques around 90, 92%. Pull the inertial separator off. Keep an eye on those torques. Make sure they stay in the green here. They're going to start to fly up here in just a moment. Got a few bumps. I'll get you guys subs and all that stuff here in a moment. Okay. There we go. 99. So see it continues to climb there. Perfect. All right. Looking good. All right, Sirius Max, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Max. Artataran, good to see you, Rod. Happy Saturday, guys. Click speed, okay. Oh, we got it. Reich, good to see it. Code Toad, welcome aboard. P Avage, Pavage? Blackhawk 2000, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you for a while. Pavage, welcome aboard, too. Jim Goliath, good to see you.
4717 Tango Sierra, contact open center 127.45.
2745, 7 Tango Sierra. 2745. Oakland Center, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, 16,900 climbing Zephyr 6.
717 Tango Sierra, Oakland Center, climate tape level 300.
Climbing tape level 300, TBM 7 Tango Sierra. All right, alt cell 30,000.
1781, contact Los Angeles Center 124.62.
Up we go.
2462 Delta 1781, see ya.
Delta Foxtrot Golf Charlie Whiskey, contact Salt Lake Center 133.
Add a little more power. There we go. Summer Simulator, good to see you, man. Frame Tuna, how you doing, buddy? Happy Friday. Or happy Saturday. I think we got everybody now. Playing Crazy, thank you very much for 6 months. Happy Saturday to the new dad. I can't believe it's been 6 months. No kidding, man. I can't believe, trust me, the last few months have flown for me. Cirrus Max, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. I do appreciate it. He says YouTube was hot this week. Yeah, it was, dude. Cheers, Max. Thanks, buddy. Idle Guns, thank you very much for 2 months. He says, I could have sworn I've been sub longer. It's all good, man. Idle Guns, thank you very much, though, man. Cheers. And Framed Tuna here for 23 months. Framed Tuna, thank you very much for 23 months. Cheers to you. What's the torque range where I won't blow up the engines? Keep it in the green.
Retard.
Watch your torque. Watch your ITT. Keep all that, and prop RPMs. Keep all that stuff in the green, and you're fine. So I think on the Epic you can ride it all the way up to like 99%. Essentially what we're doing with the TBM here. Star Tim, thank you very much for 3 months of support. 3 months hype. Cheers, my friend. I do appreciate it. It's water right now. I had coffee earlier. Part of the reason why I'm a little buzzed. We can go standard. Yeah, it's fine. It's not that far off, so I'm not super concerned about it, but I'm just enjoying the sights here, man. It's been so long. I haven't touched the sim since the last stream, so it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since the last sim time. I missed it too, man.
Charlie Whiskey starting descent to 10,000.
That guy's got an interesting mic.
Delta Foxtrot Golf Charlie Whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Thing isn't bad, but the TBM is so much better. Yes, you are correct. Stick Shaker, good to see you. NASCAR, welcome aboard. I had time to miss something. Yeah, right. I thought about simming. No, I really won't be able to sit down at the sim very much for a while. I've been playing my Xbox. I got it hooked up here in the office, and been playing on that because I know that if I'm playing single player stuff, I can pause it and move on and go, help my wife, help the baby, do whatever I have to do. Whereas if I'm sitting here simming and doing anything multiplayer, like I can't necessarily pull myself away that easily. So we'll keep the streams going because, thing we got to do. Otherwise, though, we're cruising along. Like I said, she's been pretty easy going so far. I'm hoping it stays that way. Reese 6226, welcome aboard. I went and got a Thrustmaster T-Flight Hodos 4. How do I get the game? You can go to xplane.com and pick up X-Plane 11, or you can go to Prepared and pick up that sim as well if you'd like. I'd recommend X-Plane 11 though, personally. To meme is hilarious. During labor, the pain is so great. A woman knows how a man feels when he hasn't flown his plane in a week.
Good morning, American 1107,
That's fantastic. Is that picture of you playing Xbox on the baby? Yeah.
280 American 1107.
Let's see here. Here's the one you're talking about. Yeah, my wife took this. Yeah, so my wife took this one Thanksgiving morning. She's like, here, you need to hold the baby for a bit so I can go do some stuff. I said, but I'm playing a game. But I can make this work. And I was able to get the baby laying perfectly in my lap while I was able to continue playing. And she just fell asleep and she was fine.
240-155,
It was all right. What have you been playing? Did you pick up Red Dead Redemption 2? Actually, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 1. So I bought Red Dead years ago, like when it first came out. On the 360, and then my 360, my house got struck by lightning, and my 360 stopped working. So I never actually went through and played Red Dead Redemption, and so I figured I would give that a shot with backwards compatibility and all that good stuff. So I fired that up and been running along with it, and having a really good time. Like I'll probably pick up Red Dead Redemption 2 at some point. But I think I'm gonna be Red Deaded out after the first one, so I might take a little break between them. But I've been playing. Yeah, I got some other games in the pipeline too that I want to jump back into. I haven't done a lot of single player stuff for a while now. I've been kind of busy with The Sims and World of Warcraft and other games like that. So it'll be nice to jump back in and actually do some single player gaming. And I figure the baby is going to enable that to happen. Give the baby the Twitch pillow. Probably happen at some point. Right now, the baby can't have anything in her crib, so. But yeah, down the road, I think she might get a Twitch pillow. What's her name? Harvey Anderson. Her name is Amalia. Amalia. Amalia Schuff. Born Thursday, November 15th. It was a good day. Thanks, Rod. I appreciate it, man. I might play Red Dead 2 before Red Dead 1 myself. Yeah, I mean, it came down to, like, the game that I have versus the game that I don't. And I know that Red Dead is going to be such a improvement. I know that Red Dead 1 will be such, or Red Dead 2 will be such an improvement of Red Dead 1 that, like, I'm going to want to, this is what I'm going to want to do, is play that one first. Uber says, what happened to 1 p.m. Eastern? Uber, first of all, thank you very much for 23 months, my friend. Cheers to you. Piper Hawk, thank you very much as well. Thank you, and welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers to you, man. Steve ZZ, good to see you. So, the whole 1 o'clock thing. Piper Hawk, thanks for the tier 2 sub, man. I appreciate that. That's kind of. I'm assuming you just upgraded or something because it says tier 1. It says tier 1 first. So the reason I didn't go live, the reason I went live earlier is because I've got some HVAC work getting done this afternoon. And my buddy's coming over at probably around 3 o'clock or so to take a look at that stuff. So I needed to go live earlier so I could be done by 3:30ish. Yeah, so it was either going to be like he was either going to come in the morning before I streamed or he was going to come after I streamed, and this is just the way our schedules worked out. So I kicked it off an hour early, or sorry, 2 hours early. Not that we got off the ground any sooner because of things. All right, 30,000 feet. Got our power maxed out here. It's as fast as we're going to go. Or I should say as much power as we're going to get. And we get to just kind of accelerate now. We should get almost Mach, I think like 0.55 or something.
Delta Fox, go fly with you, clear direct now.
25 knot tailwind. Not bad. I'm showing 47 en route right now, but we're still accelerating, so we'll see what we end up getting. CQR Smokey, thanks for 10 months, man. Says happy Saturday and a massive congrats. I do appreciate it, buddy. Cheers to you. Happy Saturday to you as well. Am I thinking about having another yet? Drew Steamer away. Good to see you, man. I think shop's closed, at least for now. One is fine for the moment. Do I buy X-Plane 11? I mean, if you want to, so if you've got all the equipment and you want to try X-Plane 11, there is a demo for it. It'll work for 15 minutes at a time with your joystick. So you can fire it up, fly around for 15 minutes, close it, fly it up, yada, yada, yada. My recommendation would be to try it before you buy it. Make sure that it's something you want to do. But if you want to get into flight simming, like X-Plane 11 is, in my opinion, and I think most people here, the way to go. I'm getting tired of hearing somebody name their boy Connor every time I meet someone. Connor's a pretty common one, yeah. There's a few names lately that like there's been a lot of. We've got a few. I think we've got 2 or 3 Maxes in the family because Max was like Color Maxine. I'm like, I can't do that, man. There's too many Maxes already. And what else do we? What else is common? I don't know. There's definitely like a subset of names right now that are like what everybody's naming their kids. It seems. Is this the game you're playing? Yep, I'm playing X-Plane 11. Now, I will caveat that by telling you that we've heavily modified X-Plane 11. You're not looking at default textures. This is not a default plane, so there's a fair amount of work that's gone into making the sim look the way that it does. But this is X-Plane 11, yes. How are we doing? 334 over the ground, so we're truing out about 310. It's about what I expected. And just kind of cruising along. Good. Good. I love this plane, man. I haven't flown it for a while. I was doing a lot of my flying in the citation that KRNO released, actually. But I'm still a humongous fan of this airplane. Yeah, we're on what? We're on a half an hour direct to. Yeah. 30-minute direct to route here. 184 miles to go until we get to the next waypoint. And it's going to get all smoky and kind of crappy up here soon. So San Luis went VFR. Another marginal right now. 10 miles, rain, scattered 14, broken 28. So we'll probably get an approach going into San Luis Obispo. Unless they can get us down low enough, but it's a fun little airport to fly into. Shinrar Valar, welcome aboard. X-Plane 11, lots of free stuff, good quality payware, absolutely. She could be called Piper Max. There you go. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, Steve. Robert 57, Robert B, Robert, we're gonna go with Robert 57. Thank you very much, man. Enjoy the time flies. My daughter just made me a first-time granddad of a beautiful baby girl. You'll be there before you know it, dude. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Are you willing to say what her name is? It was a busy month for having babies. It sounds like. I want to buy all the nice planes. Well, if you want to buy planes, go to like this plane you can get from xaviation.com. Most of the stuff I get comes from xplane.org. You could have won the Zebo. Yeah. Could have won the Zebo. Yeah, the Zebo 737 is pretty awesome. Especially for being a free thing. Got an amazing deal on a 27-inch 144 hertz curve monitor on Consumerism Friday. Dude, nice. I want to do I want to change my monitor situation up here at some point, but I think it's going to have to wait. I did before right before the baby came, I did do some changes to my office. I don't know if I showed this to you guys. I don't know if I had this done last time, but yeah, I have a TV. I got a TV over here to be able to play my Xbox and all that stuff on. Put a desk that's been sitting under my couch here for a while. And yeah, I just have a lot more, like I have a lot more just sort of space in general to do stuff. So I have to hold off on monitors. So, like at some point, I think I want to do triple 27s up here. So triple 27-inch displays, and then have another 27 above that. That's the secondary PC. So the 327s linked to my main PC, a secondary 27 above that linked to my secondary PC, and then go from there. But that's going to be like, that would end up being like a $600 or $700 investment, I think, to get the right kind of monitors for that. So it's going to have to wait a bit, because I really want to be able to do NVIDIA Surround and use all 3 monitors. Art to Tara and Rod,
Cheers
thank you very.
to the new dad. Congrats, Cat.
Rod, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate it. Cheers, buddy. I seriously, you guys have been pretty awesome to me the last few weeks. You guys have been awesome the last few years, but yeah, last couple of weeks have been pretty nuts. My name is Evie Rose. Gotcha. I'll try to remember Evie. Welcome aboard and happy Saturday. Is it true X-Plane bypasses your firewall? In what way? Past the hummus, welcome aboard. Just meant everyone was cuddling last winter a little closer. Yeah. That's true. It was a cold winter. I had to think about what you were saying. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I got it. Yep, that makes sense. One thing I did do since I talked to you guys last is I went flying to Max's new plane. And you should go check out Cirrus Max on YouTube because he got some videos up there of it. But this thing is pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet little plane. If you get a chance to go riding around in a Vision Jet, I highly recommend it. And if you see that guy right there, you should run the other direction. But yeah, it was a good time, man. That plane is so smooth. And Max let me take it into or let me do most of the approach going into Rochester, which is where we flew to. And he's gonna tell me I'm wrong, but it does handle, in my opinion, very similarly to a 22. The differences being, of course, that the turbine has a spool up time, so you got to kind of account for that. But like the controls are pretty heavy in the same way that the controls are heavy in an SR22 and whatnot, and it just really is a sweet ride. But yeah, that plane's pretty cool. Definitely go check out Max's YouTube channel and watch some of the videos that we've put together. There's two proper flying videos up there, and then a music video that we did about a month and a half ago. You think it's worth using the Forkboy Ortho for California or make your own? At this point, I think I would just use Forkboy. That being said, I haven't actually messed around with his ortho at all, but I know that he's done some work like color correcting and sort of making things like mesh a little bit better. So you're probably at this point better off just using his stuff. Unless you really want to go download and sort of make it your own. At some point, I need to regenerate my ortho. Either take his or regenerate what I have. But yeah, I've been kind of lazy about that whole thing. Navarine, thanks for 4 months of support. I do appreciate it. Cheers to you, buddy. Spent Thanksgiving in Burlington, Vermont with the wife family. -7 wind chill. Dude, it was cold, man. We had a cigar on Thursday night down here where I'm at. It was still like 12 or 13 degrees outside. It's college fund money. Don't blow it on Baylor. I'll put it in the piggy bank. She's got a little piggy bank in her room, so we'll stick $25 in there. Thanks, man. Tootsie XD, good to see you. Is Squirrel hosting you? He is not streaming today? Yeah, he's not streaming this afternoon. I checked his schedule. He'll be back tomorrow. So he probably cranked on he probably has an auto host coming over here or something. I didn't see it come in necessarily, but my dream airplane. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I think I'd still rather have the TBM because they're, they look gnarly. But that Cirrus Jet's a real nice plane. Like what's interesting about it is that you hear people talk about it, talk bad about it and what's it good for, and it's slow and yada yada yada. And then you actually sit down and you actually fly in that thing. And we did a 300-mile trip, and it was really comfortable, like 300 out, 300 back. It was super comfortable. It took a little bit longer than if we were in like a Citation or whatever, but it also burned a lot less gas. And it just was a really nice ride. It's so comfortable inside. You can take the headset off and it's completely quiet. Like, well, not completely quiet, but it's quieter than an airliner. Like, it's quieter than if you're sitting in an airliner, especially if you're sitting in the back half of an airliner. It's way, way, way quieter than a piston plane or anything like that. So it's just such a neat little plane. I'm looking forward to some of the stuff we've got in the pipeline for videos and stuff for that too. So, yeah. Is it still 4 degrees, Serby? Or was it 4 degrees on Thursday? Because it's warmer out here today. We're supposed to get up, we're supposed to get up into the 40s and whatnot. Right now, it's, well, yeah, actually, it's 43 right now. So, We're supposed to stay pretty much this temperature for the rest of the day. So I imagine it's pretty pleasant outside right now compared to a couple days ago. Watchgrass, good to see you. How you doing? Leonard 1973, welcome aboard. Idle Guns, happy Saturday. It's going to be 76 degrees in Dallas. Get out of here. Fusio Da, good to see you. There you go. Captain K-Man says go with the Fork Boy stuff. I don't use. I leave flat airports on. Like, I don't really care for the contoured stuff because it causes more problems than it's worth in my opinion. Windows open and everything. Oh, I'm so jealous. The Slick One, good to see you, man. I am a father. My daughter was born Thursday, November 15th. We had her up here. I'm sure somebody clipped it. If you go earlier in the VOD, I did bring her up here for a few minutes and showed her everybody, just so people would know that she's real. The only reason I want the TBM over the SS50 is it can get in and out of more small airports. Other than that, I think I'll take the Vision Jet. Much lower price, parachute, no prop strike, yada yada. Yeah, no kidding, Steve. I didn't even think about the prop strike stuff. That's an interesting thought. Or an interesting observation, which totally makes sense. Curve mesh is a pain. As a scenery dev, I can attest to this. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it's not worth it for the airports. I actually I had to remove a Payware airport today because it's, for whatever reason, it's like tiered. Like there's the John Wayne Skylines airport, and half of the airport is low, and half of the airport is like 2 feet up. So there's this gap where you basically just go back up in the air. So I went ahead and removed that Payware until I can find a fix for that. Luke3333, thank you very much for 7 months of support. I do appreciate it, buddy. Cheers to you, man. And did you play the Lion King song when you showed her off earlier? I didn't, but I should have. Get a nice copyright strike going on this channel for that. Same problem in SNA. The taxi lines were floating on me. Yeah. It just that scenery was having some issues with my mesh and whatever was going on. So I had to remove it. It's something that they're doing too, because I took the DSF files out of the install, which of course broke most of the scenery, but it did take care of that gap in the that line. So something that they're doing in their DSF files was causing that to happen. I'll come back and revisit it down the road. Like, it's a really nice piece of scenery. But that's kind of a deal breaker if you really can't use the runway like that. K-Man, who's John Wayne are you using? Are you using Skyline or are you using somebody else? Like, I'm basically back to just running whatever's on the gateway. I have a kid now. I do, Navarine. Yes. She was born a week and a half ago. Well, lucky you then, Mr. K-Man, because it don't work on mine. I'll try re-downloading it someday and see if maybe it's been updated or something, but haven't had a whole lot of luck just yet. All right, we should be hitting top of descent here in the next 5-10 minutes or so. Four flights telling me 1,200 feet per minute right now to get down. We're looking for 1,500 foot per minute descent to destination. And I could go do VNAV and all that stuff if I cared. We probably will do VNAV for the next flight, but for now it's not a big deal. Somewhere similar, are you saying that it does work or it doesn't work? Give her 15 years, she'll be bringing boyfriends home. I mean, that's, whatever. It happens. I mean, somebody bringing their boyfriend home is the reason why she exists, so there's that. We'll cross that road when we get to it. We got a ways to go for that stuff. Let's take it the other side where the sun is. There we go. Touché. I mean, if I want grandkids at some point down the road, I should encourage her to eventually, you know, find a mate. Maybe we'll encourage, you know, 20s and sort of beyond, but we got a long ways to go. Right now, I'm just making sure. Right now, life's little victories are when she manages to poop, because we did celebrate that this morning. She yeah, I will spare you. I will spare you the details of that story, but we're basically sitting over there cheerleading her as she's like crapping herself. Life's little victories. You're going to be streaming in 16 years. I have no idea, man. We'll see what happens in 16 years. You think about 16 years ago, okay? And I don't know how old a lot of you guys are, but 16 years ago was 2002. I was a senior in high school. I was, you know, and as far as video games and all that stuff goes, the Xbox was out. I believe I had just bought my regular Xbox with Halo, because that came out in 2001, so that only been out for a year. Cell phones were not super ubiquitous. I know that I did not have a cell phone for another 2 years. Streaming video on the internet was almost impossible to do. Like, streaming video didn't really exist at all. You downloaded the video locally and watched it. Yeah, so like when you like start putting things into perspective, like you can go back 10 years. 10 years ago, the iPad didn't exist. 10 years ago is I think it's when the iPhone 3G came out and had app support. You know, like the technology changes so fast. So 16 years, who knows how we'll be consuming entertainment. My hunch is that this kind of stuff that we're doing today probably won't exist, but who knows? Serbia was 2. Yeah.
Retard.
Steve, we're way beyond that stuff. That stuff was gross, though. Yeah, she got rid of that. Trust me, she cleaned herself out of that pretty quickly. Ordinary Frontiersman, thank you very much for 9 months of support. He says, woohoo. Cheers, my friend. Thank you. I do appreciate it. 10 years ago was what paper charts were, what the cool kids used. Yeah. Piper the Hawk had a black and white TV. Oh, man. Intense. Seb G, welcome aboard. Good to see you and happy Friday. Or happy Saturday, sorry. Benchwarmer BC, welcome aboard. That's graphic, man. That's maybe more information that we needed, but it's cool. Don't worry, Serby. I got Ty a shotgun and a rocking chair to match. Yeah. We're in Massachusetts. That's difficult. That's difficult to do in Massachusetts. So yeah, honestly, I've been feeling pretty good. You know, like I'm getting tired at night. You know, by like 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm like, oh man, I can go to bed right now. But, you know, we're getting like 2.5, 3 hours of sleep at a time. And I'm just making sure that I basically have added an extra 2 hours to my sleep schedule. Normally I'd try to get 8 hours or be down for 8 hours. Now I'm trying to make sure I'm down for about 10 hours, just to account for the additional wake ups and whatnot we got in the middle of the night. So she's doing really well though. I mean, she eats and she goes right back to sleep, and then we're good for like, I think yesterday she went for 4 hours a couple times between feedings, which is unheard of well, I think it's unheard of for you know, for newborns and whatnot. So yeah, it's been good. Imagine 2035 with the exponential growth of technology. Watch Joe Rogan interview Elon Musk. He says the world will be taken over by AI. Yeah. Good chance of it. Pick up the SSG 195 yesterday. Any clues on how to load Sid stars? Yeah. If you go watch, I have definitely streamed that airplane. So if you go check out my YouTube channel and search on my YouTube channel for 195, you should find me using that, and you're welcome to tab through it. But it's certainly doable. That being said, you need to have the UFMC dataset loaded for like Navigraph. Otherwise, you won't have any SIDS or stars. Like, it doesn't use the default stuff. It uses the UFMC dataset through Navigraph. So make sure you load that, and then you should be able to pull SIDS and stars in. 240, my discretion. We're starting down now. 7 Tango Sierra. All right, 24,000 feet. We'll go 1,500 feet per minute. I'm just going to leave that power on, so we're going to keep an eye on the torques here as they're coming up. We'll just let the torque increase, and then we'll pull it back to 90 or so. Increase, pull it back to 90 or so. Just keep it in the green. Leighton023, thank you very much for 7 months of support. Says congrats on the baby. I do appreciate it, Leighton. Cheers to you, buddy. Thank you. Finding Florence was one of them where we flew that, yeah. Yeah, and landing in the hurricane was a good time. Absolutely, Siege. Dr. T66, welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. I've had the experience as a young man of having a girlfriend's father cleaning his shotgun while staring at me. Dun, 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 dun. I think that whole, like, I know that whole thing is, you know, it's generally overblown and whatnot, but I don't know. That's not the reaction I think you should have to your daughter bringing home a boyfriend. But talk to me again in 10 or like talk to me again in 15 years, 16 years, and we'll see. I remember when all we had was 3 damn channels. No one had computers. We got the first microwave oven in our neighborhood 16 years ago. I was 30. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how fast things, you know, technology and whatnot changes, man. This T in 717TS stands for Tata. Total Rico, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, man? Happy Saturday. Ooh, oh, I almost pulled. That would be bad. Hey Toto, I found a. What's going on here? Why is my flight director telling me I should be turning? Interesting. Toto, we found a we found an interesting conundrum with the plane earlier. You can go back and watch it, but there's a bug in Windows right now that's causing my sound cards to basically crap themselves. I have to open up the sound control panel every time I turn my main monitor off, which is every time I turn every time I'm done with my PC. If I don't open the sound control panel, the audio comes out of a different sound card. So X-Plane will recognize that you have changed your default sound device and then react accordingly and move to that new sound device. But it seems that your sound, what you're doing with your sound doesn't do that. So the audio was actually coming out of the wrong, like it was coming out of the wrong audio device. And I had to end up rebooting the sim. I probably could have reloaded the plane too, but I ended up rebooting the sim to make it work. Stupid corner case, but I'm happy to give you a write-up later if you're interested. Just finding all the dumb stuff. Disabled Racer, how you doing? Happy Friday or happy Saturday. Good to see you. I'm doing pretty well, buddy. Back in the sim for the first time in just over 2 weeks. But yeah, that was a fun one. I'm sitting here scratching my head for like 10 or 15 minutes, like, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just reboot the sim and see what happens. X-Plane didn't used to recognize audio device changes while loaded. Are you running the beta? I'm not running the beta, no. X-Plane was definitely running on the proper device that got re-recognized though, because I was able to hear like plane sounds from like the multiplayer stuff happening like on my main device, but then like all the other stuff was on the other device. You're right, it actually didn't used to do that. So I'm not really sure why that was. And so maybe it's an X-Plane problem and not a Toto problem, but anyway, that was a weird thing that happened earlier. And I certainly don't expect all my weird corner cases to, you know, I expect that my weird corner cases are going to cause problems at some point. The thing that I'm most interested in, I'm curious why the flight director's got a little tilt to it. Also not a you problem. Was it because my aileron trim is... If I set that... maybe if I center my aileron trim, it'll be happy. All right, never mind. Seemed like the aileron trim would fix that. Gonna need lower here soon. Oakland Center, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, like to request lower if possible.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 9,000.
Down to 9,000 TBM 7 Tango Sierra.
Number 7 Tango Sierra to pass the Robles altimeter 3007.
07. Okay, 9,000 vertical speed, down we go. Pull the power back a touch, make sure we don't over torque it. Good. Okay, so that's happening. Let's think about weather and all that. So look at weather, we'll figure out some approaches and whatnot. 330 to 11, 10 miles, rain, few clouds, 1400, scattered 2800, 3005, 07 is what we've been assigned for now. Paso Robles. So we're VFR conditions with light rain, but I don't know if they can get us down below. I don't know. I guess there is no ceilings. They might be able to get us down, but we'll see what they end up doing. Winds are 330 to 11, so they're favoring runway 29er. If we have to fly that, we have to fly an approach into there. We've got the RNAV 29, which is certainly doable. And then we have the VOR approach, which we wouldn't want to do the VOR approach. That'd be kind of a waste of time. That gets us down below the scattered layer, but this gets us all the way down to 900 feet above. So if we have to fly an approach, it's probably going to be this runway 29er. That's fine. But we'll see what the next controller ends up doing with us. As we're crossing transition here, let's go. Excuse me, 07. The power back again. Yeah, we got lights on. Okay. Fault slice. So we're down. Almost down. Theoretically, we could have some VFR traffic. My sim misses me. That's right, Kiwi. JPJ, good to see you, man. Yeah, we're getting plenty of sleep, dude. We're oddly enough, like we're sleeping fairly well, all things considered. So, yeah, it's been pretty good. She's been sleeping, 2-3 hours at a time. I see you've been running rental power and cruise. Yeah. Am I destroying my engine? Full power, my friend. Get there fast. Toto, are you able to look up all the engine statistics for various airframes and whatnot? I'm assuming you have a way of searching for my airframe in whatever this thing is reaching out to on the back end. And seeing like how hard we're killing these engines. Yeah, I think the right aileron trim, you're right. I didn't even think about that as I was coming out. Assassin, good to see you, buddy. He says, I just woke up. Well, happy Saturday. Good morning. It'll be interesting to see this versus a Cirrus Vision Jet on the same flight for science. Yeah. Only if you select share airframe. Got it. Okay. You tell me what the airframe ID is. The data is 100% anonymized. Okay, that makes sense. He can see your whole hard drive and dental records. Yes, I see you have bad teeth. And you fly like crap. All right, keeping on that power. I let it go over torque there for a second, but it's fine. Ain't going to hurt anything. Just need to pull. I'm going to pull the power a little bit more here and bring this rate of descent just a little bit higher now. 1,800 feet per minute. Just keep the power coming back. Please do, so I can catch up. How are you not caught up, man? Am I going that much faster? You're not too far behind me. I think you're going faster than I am, Serby. All right. You have a 30 knot headwind. Oh, are you not running? Are you not running? Are you not running X-Plane default weather? I take privacy pretty seriously. Don't want to open any room for test ID accusation. That's a good move, man. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't hold it against you if you had access to the airframes, but I can totally respect and get behind your philosophy of I don't want to see any of it. Like, I'd better to take that stance than, you know, get caught with your pants down the other way.
734 Tango Delta, squawk 3405.
734 Tango Delta.
776 Charlie Echo, contact departure. 717 Tango Sierra, contact Santa Barbara approach 120.55. Good day.
20.55, 7 Tango Sierra. Have a good day. Come on, you can do it. 20.
Number 776 Charlie Echo, NorCal
55. It's our buddy heli pilot up there, 734 Tango Delta.
Santa Catalina.
There we go. We got Joe. LA Center TBM 717 Tango Sierra 13,800 descending 9,000. Frame rate's tanking.
TBM 717
Just
Tango Sierra,
upload.
Law Center, a San Luis altimeter 3005.
05.
2 Papa Delta, second.
I love this plane so much. It's pretty sweet. I thought it was supposed to be pulsing. Where's my pulse at?
2 Papa Delta, clear to Imperial Airport.
Oh, it is. Is it?
Via Okeko. Victor 386 as filed. Maintain 1000. Departure.
Is it because the landing lights are on?
6.35. Squawk 4347.
Oh, okay. There we go. Turn the landing lights off, then the pulse works. That makes sense. Now you can see me. Max does Roaches, good to see you. Happy Friday. We're doing pretty well. Old Fly Guy 70, welcome aboard. Been flying the TBM since release. All engine areas are like new except for the turbine. That's only good. Too much over torque on 24 flight hours. Yeah, I could see that, man.
So that means you're on your own to get to Okeko. If you want
Joe
to do the
Minzensky, good to see you, man.
It's not in your clearance. It's optional.
Landing lights overrides pulse. Got it. Yeah. Within an hour of landing, coffee time. Dude, we're like we're 7 minutes away from landing.
And then Victor 386. The altitude maintain 1000. Departure frequency 126.35. This frequency.
All right, 1,500 to go.
Two Bravo Delta, read back correctional for release. Advise ready for departure.
It's a Steve-O livery, yeah, with my tail number. So you can modify the tail number in the plane, or within the airplane itself, and it's got the the Steve-O livery, which looks pretty sweet. Maybe we'll grab a different livery for the second flight. Dude, the Epic's pretty awesome, man. Flying Jackal, how you doing, Jack? Thanks, buddy. Happy Saturday. It's been a weird week. It's been a weird week and a half, man. It's good though. It's good. It's been a good week and a half. A good kind of weird. All right, 9,000 feet. Let's pump up the power here a little bit. As Total Rico would call it, rental power. But yeah, so we're if you guys are just jumping in here, we're on our way down to San Luis Obispo, in the TBM 900 by hot start. We're just about to make our way in for the approach. Only 5 minutes out. Let's see what kind of approach he ends up giving us for this.
Romeo, contact Johnson, correction, contact Vegas for approach 118.8.
So we're heading to, what is MQO? Morro Bay. So we're on our way to the Morro Bay VOR. Shouldn't be any traffic, just in case. Shouldn't be any rain, but just in case. Just got a couple of these scattered layers coming in here. Pop a weather refresh on that. Really wish FS Global was working right now. I'll try that again. Because then I know I'd have the most recent stuff.
Scout 7851, pop SoCal approach, showing altimeter 299.
Dynamic weather, most current weather. Downloading weather information. Do it. Yeah, well, we're probably gonna fly like with the way the winds are, or the way the winds or whatnot are. We're gonna end up flying the GPS approach most likely. But I can brief that row. I can brief either or really quickly. There is an ILS coming in here, but it's on the wrong runway. But we could do an ILS circle to land. It's also a localizer approach, RNAV approach, and all that. So we could have taken, like, from Paso Robles, we could have taken the ILS approach and done a circle. Oh, nope. Circling is prohibited. Never mind. Are no circling mins. Well, not on the ILS, but how about the localizer? Yeah, you can circle on the localizer. Of course. 1,000 foot on that, though. I don't know. We'll see what we get.
75 Papa, Roger, expect that. Stand by. Our 268 Romeo Bakersfield approach.
He should start turning us and bringing us in a second.
350,000 feet. Verify altitude.
I prefer this or the E1000. I vastly prefer this plane.
Every readback and
I very much prefer the TBM to the E1000, but it's also like, you know, it's a different type of plane. The Aerobastic stuff is like, you know, they're not study planes. That E1000 is quite old at this point, and you know it's just a different, you know, it's a different style plane. They're both good. I think the TBM is also double the price too, so that makes a difference. But yeah, yeah, that plane, the Epic is still a decent plane. I've flown the crap out of that thing though, so I'm kind of all set.
Tango Sierra, contact Santa Barbara approach 120.55.
20.55, 7 Tango Sierra. No, we're already on 2055. Approach TBM 717 Tango Sierra 9000.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, just Santa Barbara approach. San Luis altimeter 3005 after Morro Bay, fly heading 110, vector vision approach, runway 29er.
Okay, 05, 110 after Morro Bay, and we'll expect visual, our vector's visual 297 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, just maintain 4,000.
4,000, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, alt cell.
Contact SoCal approach 127.4.
16,000 for 9,000.
Okay. 1,500 feet. Pull that power back this time.
November 155, November Yankee.
So after Morro Bay,
Center, was that you out of
we're going to go heading 110.
Yep, 155 November Yankee.
5 November Yankee, Roger, San
Okay,
Luis altimeter
110.
3005.
Go heading mode. So he's basically vectoring us on the downwind here, so I'll give him 2,000 feet per minute. Pull the power back a bit more.
1128 SoCal approach, Catalina altimeter 3000, advise weather and approach request.
Landing gear.
I don't know where that button is to silence that. Just add a little more power instead. Yeah, so he's taking me down south of the, essentially he's put me on the downwind right now. So we're going to run sort of southeast of the field here. And then he'll turn me around, point me at the airport, and tell me, clear me for the visual. And we should be able to get it. All right, coming through this layer here. Let's go inertial separator on. We'll leave that on now till we land. I forget my speeds. What are my flap speeds for this? I think the approach speeds are around 100. Let's see, we can go checklist. There we go. Normal procedures. Oh, okay. It doesn't have. Do that. 1,000 to go. Let's do approach. Nah, there's no speeds. I don't remember what they are. It's fine. 178 first, 122 landing flaps in gear. Got it. Oh. 178 first flaps in gear, and then 122. So 178, 122. Thank you. It's good to have the guy that wrote the airplane in here.
Air 1128, advise you have weather and approach request.
Okay, so he needs to turn me around and then get me just a little bit lower, and the airport's essentially back here.
Do you have approach request?
Yeah, there's the airport right there. But I can't call it yet, especially since I'm about to fly into this layer here.
Air 1128, if you can look at the test material, all that stuff is specified. You need to read this stuff, man.
Pay attention is what they're saying. Just like having Toto in the right seat. Yeah.
Contact, Clementine 7000.
Weather says scattered. X-plane showing a solid overcast. Yeah. Oh, hey. We got FS Global here. So we'll get the real stuff now.
Number 1128, the last transmission wasn't for you. The previous transmission was for you. You need to read. I'm going to go ahead and fail you for the, because it's obvious you're not reading. Every time you take these tests, you're not reading the material. You need to read the material. It has all the specifications for the test and what you need to do and what you should be expecting for the
There we go. Speeds are in the placard left window frame. Thank you.
Are you going to continue for practice, or are you going to start over?
Perfect. Thank you, Toto.
Right. For 7 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 290 to maintain 3000.
290, 3000, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, 290, 3000. VS down. Keep ourselves 200. So I know that once I get turned back towards the airfield, we should be able to see through this layer. You can already see it's breaking up a little bit here. I've got the ground. All right, what's tower? 24-0. Okay, 24-0's tower. Let's go landing light on. It's good. Yeah, maybe we're not going to get this. It's raining out right now. What's the temp?
5 November Yankee, contact Santa Barbara approach 120.55.
Is the the external? Oh, here it is. 10 Celsius. So we're not worried about any icing or anything.
Report 12 o'clock, 8 miles, port inside.
IMC 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, Roger. You running your own weather?
We're running real world, but we're showing a layer here right where we're at.
How thick is it?
I can't see the ground. 7 Tango Sierra.
Oh, great. 7 Tango Sierra, you have approach request?
Yeah, if you can't get me any lower, I guess we'll have you vector me around for the RNAV and the 29 or 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, Roger, turn left heading 180.
180. Actually, we just broke out 7 Tango Sierra. Do you have the field?
7 Tango Sierra, clear visual approach, runway 29er.
Clear for the visual 29 or 7 Tango Sierra.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Approach afternoon, Epic 155 November Yankee is level 9,000.
Landing gear.
155 November Yankee, Santa Barbara approach. Santa Barbara altimeter, correction, the San Luis altimeter 3005. So maintain 5,000.
Here we go.
005, 5,000, 155 November Yankee.
5 November Yankee, after Morro Bay, flighting 110, and we'll try for the visual approach, but I'm not sure the previous aircraft had trouble seeing the airport.
All right, Alan Morey 110, down to 5,000, and we'll wait for that. Wait for the request.
7 Tango Sierra, contact San Luis Tower 124.0 with CF.
Tower 24-0, 7 Tango Sierra. See you soon.
Click on 30 right, November T68 Romeo.
Think rate. Number 714 Tango Bravo, go ahead and do your read back, please.
Think rate. Think rate.
I was afraid you'd say that. 230, vectors to Seal Beach.
Oh, good.
To Popper, 2,000, 4,000, 5 minutes. 128.1, 7173. Spot.
4 Tango Bravo, read back correct.
San Luis Tower, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, visual 29.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, San Luis Tower, 129, clear land 19010.
Good land 29 or TBM 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, yaw dampers off. Gear down 3 green. Flaps down indicated. Runway in sight. Clearance received.
500.
Check.
El Monte Towers, Kayak 210 Alfa Romeo, short of runway 19er.
It's an edge of like too much power and not enough power.
Kayak 210 Alfa Romeo, Monte Tower, 19er, clear for takeoff. Wind 130 at 5.
Clear to take off 210 Alfa Romeo.
Retard, retard, retard.
Yep.
Retard, retard, retard.
Hey, that was wrong. That was supposed to go backwards.
Ground 714 Tango Bravo, ready for taxi.
Retard, retard, retard.
I'm so used to reversers push forward that it's like I hit reversers push forward. It's like, oh no, we're going flying again.
Bravo, downlink ground turn transponder on.
Oops. All right, clear Charlie.
TBM 7 Tango Sierra, taxi by Charlie and Alpha Monitor ground. Have a nice day.
Charlie Alpha on ground, 7 Tango Sierra. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Okay, ground point 6. Bring our flaps in.
Bakersfield Tower, Skyhawk 64 Tango Zulu is ready for departure, runway 30 right.
All right. So yeah, I hit the ground. I bounced it first of all, but I hit the ground. I went to go to taxi mode. Pulse lights can come off. And I went to go to hit the reversers. And in jets, when you hit the reversers,
4 Tango Zulu is holding short.
In jets, when you hit the reversers, you then push forward. And I forgot that's not the behavior on this plane. You push the reversers, which gates it, so you can pull back and hit the reversers that way. So I went forward with no right rudder, with very little, with no rudder trim and whatnot. It's like, here we go. We're sailing off the runway.
Left, taxi valve, kilo.
Just a little power slide there. It's no big deal.
20
That's
left,
new.
taxi via Alpha Kilo. 714 Tango Bravo.
Very exciting.
Retard.
Taxi talking about Alpha Number 268 Romeo.
For 64 Tango Zulu, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff, one calm.
Take a left here under the tower.
64 Tango Zulu.
Come park out here into the ramp somewhere. Should we park the left side of this Piaggio? Yeah, screw it. We're going to park right in front. This is my spot now. Bow before your TBM overlords.
Tower Epic 159 there, Yankee, visual 29.
Yeah. Turn that off. Park brake is now set. And go back to flight idle. Go back in feather. Keep trims off. Auxiliary boost pump off. Ignition can come off. Starters off. Hit you. Hit you. Anti-ice. Inertial sep. All that stuff can come off. Gen can come off. And we're going to go power off. Boy, that's loud. Open the doors up. Yep, I gotcha. That's fine. Ignore the buzzing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Luis Obispo Airport. Might as well turn the avionics and all that off too. Battery source off. And then off. We made it! We're here! Yeah, that was good. That was good. Little sketchy there on that approach, man. As soon as I got the airport, I'm like, call it now. Otherwise, I got to get vectored back around and brought in. Yeah. The strain. Oh yeah, we got some. Yeah. David Blizzard, thank you very much for 8 months support, men. Our support, men. He says, don't mess up. A little bit. It's fine. GT Boy, thanks for 4 months. He says, touchdown. We made it. Cheers to you, buddy. Ernie the Cat, thank you for 23 months. Almost 2 years, dude. It's been crazy, isn't it, man? Thank you very much, Ernie. And The Strain, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. And thank you for your support. Cheers to you guys. My turkey day was good. Turkey, turboprop dive bombing approach, big spinning speed brake on your nose helps. Yeah, I knew we could make it. Like, in worst case scenario, like we could have slipped the plane. We could have done some tricks and whatnot, but I knew that we still had plenty of time to get that thing down. As long as I, like, dropped the gear and the flaps right away. Illegal Danish, good to see it. Slow Coup, welcome aboard. Andre K. Boss, good to see him. I think we got everybody. KC Flyer, welcome aboard. You missed the first flight, man. Got number 2 coming up here in a second. All right, guys. I need to take a little break, step away for just a moment. I'll be back here in a few minutes. Flight number 2 is going to take us San Luis down to Montgomery, down in Southern California. So another flight that'll be about an hour or so long, roughly the same amount of time. So we'll see you guys here in just a second. If you're taking off, thanks for stopping by. If you're sticking around, we'll see you in a few minutes. Be right back. Thanks for stopping by, Toto. We'll see you later, man. I got a meat stick. Need a snack, sorry. I went live at 2.5 hours ago. Camera, it's good to see you, buddy. KJG, welcome aboard. B2, good to see you. Servy, thank you very much for the tip, man. Thanks for letting me tag along. Not going to do the second leg. Need food bad. Yeah, you and me both, man. Thanks for coming along, Serby. Sorry I missed your landing. Dan in Vermont, good to see you, buddy. She's sleeping. Mom's got her, too. She's out like a light, though. Well, 13,000. We're definitely not going to do 310 true. I'm going to call it 250.
Retard, retard, retard.
All good there. It's been filed. I hate eating on stream, guys, but I needed a snack. I don't usually do this 11 o'clock thing because I normally eat lunch at noon. That'd be 4 flight down there. Running on my iPad. It's the same stuff I use in the real world, too. Will they give us a departure out of here? Potentially. They certainly could if they wanted to. Otherwise, it's just vectors. Okay, we'll plan for this 13,000 feet. We ain't going very fast, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, thank you all for sticking around. Time for leg number 2. San Luis Obispo down to Montgomery. Should be fun. See what Chris is doing here. Helipilot's got his helipilot's back in town for a little bit, so he's doing a flight down to North Bend. TBM. He's chasing weather though, I can tell. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around. We're gonna run through this pretty quickly and try to get this knocked out real quick. How do you hook up the location of your plane so it shows up on ForeFlight? Good question. You go to the settings page, and then you go to network, then you go to iPad external apps. Here, you can broadcast all third-party apps on the network or send it to a single iPad. So by checking that off, it'll send the location to all iPads and apps and whatnot. So I think if I pull it up on my phone, I should get... Yeah. So I pulled up on my phone. Oh, it ain't going to show up, is it? Well, I pull ForeFlight up on my phone, I get the same thing, and now we should have 2 clients here, which it doesn't, but whatever. So yeah, that's where that option's at. Okay, so we got the flight plan filed. I'm gonna try to make this one a pretty quick turn, so we can just get out of here. So let's go maintenance a payload first of all. Excuse me. We're going to go fuel. Back to 75. Close you up. And fuel. Back to 75. Close you up. Good. Good. Those are all done. Close the doors. We'll just leave the payload exactly what it was. Actually, we'll randomize it half. Let's do randomize 3/4. There we go. All right. So we good. A little bit heavier this time. That's fine. We'll get the sucker started up, and we'll get our clearance and get out of here. I apologize for the buzzing in the background. I got to figure out the source of that. I ran some new wires, and I think it might have caused some issues. Crash bar comes up. Source the battery. We'll wait for the G1000 to light itself up, and then we'll start the engines. Rather, we'll start the engine. Have an app for Android allows me to do the same thing just on Garmin Pilot. Yeah. Yeah, it'll broadcast to anything that accepts like whatever that standard is. JMZX, thank you for 2 months of support. Hello there, Cat. He says, hello, JMZX. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate it. Squawk 1200. This is a 2017 iPad's 9.7. So it's last year's 9.7 model.
Oral warning, okay.
Oral warning is okay. Highly, like, I've gotten used to this, and it's a little bit bigger. I've gotten used to it in the cockpit, though. It runs things so much better than my old Mini did, though. Holy crap. Okay, so let's start the engines up. Temps are good. PSIs are good. That's all fantastic.
System test, okay.
Okay, lights. We got gens off. Battery source, good. Starter is off. Ignition to auto. Auxiliary boost pump on. AP trims off. Inertial separator can come on. Set. Everything looking good. All right. Starter's engaged. Hot starts, hung starts. NG's coming up. ITT is going down. That's what we expect. Low idle. ITT's a little high, but it came back down. Low pressure's good. Prop RPM's up. Torques are good. Okay, overhead panel now. Good. Whoops, main gen. Turn the ignition off. Boost pump to auto. Good. U on. That's all fantastic. And now we can go to flight idle. Okay, park brake is still set, so let's go chocks off. And ground is 21.6, which we're on. Tower is 24.0, which is tuned. Transponder VFR. All right. Still in the network. We should have clearance filed. I got refiled. Expect full route clearance. I can already see I got refiled. That was the other route that I was thinking of, but the route that I filed has been cleared 58 times.
San Luis Tower 120, downwind, runway 29 or 120.
120 off runway 29, clear for the option.
Runway 29 clear for the option 20.
Bravo Papa taxi by Bravo, pass for the I-6.
San Luis ground, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, pick up IFR clearance to Monterey, please.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra. San Luis ground, verify you're going to Monterey or going to Montgomery?
Sorry, Montgomery, 7 Tango Sierra.
717 Tango Sierra cleared to the Montgomery Airport. On departure, fly runway heading, radar vector San Marcos, and the Santa Barbara Papa 64 tech route. Maintain 5,000. Expect 9,000, 5 minutes of departure. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 1713.
Clear to the Montgomery Airport, runway heading, radar vector is San Marcos, and then the Santa Barbara Papa 6 tech route, 5,000 departure, 9,000 within 5, departure 120.55, squawk 1713, TBM 7 Tango Sierra.
TBM 7 Tango Sierra, back correct, accept the Santa Barbara Papa 64 tech route, 64 tech route.
Santa Barbara Papa 64 tech route, 7 Tango Sierra.
For 7 Tango Sierra, back correct.
That's the first time that's ever happened on PilotEdge for me. Being cleared on a tech route like that. All right, so we got some work to do. Can I find the tech route here? Yes, I can. All right, so it's going to be the SBA Papa 64. SBA Papa 64 tech route. SBA Papa 64. There's a lot of them here, but they're all the same. So we're going to be a turboprop special, 9,000. So it's going to be San Marcos, Ventura, Victor 208, Santa Catalina, Victor 208 to the Los Angeles 118 radial, Cardi, Mission Bay 320 radial, Mission Bay, and then direct. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. All right, so we go flight plan. We're going to go menu and then delete flight plan. We're not Lima 52. We're KSBP. SBP. And then get rid of Lima 52 because we don't want that at all. All right, so KSBP. Let me put this into 4-flight first. And then I'll read it off 4-flight. KSBP. SBP, RZS, VTU, Victor 208, Santa Catalina, and then Victor 208 to Cardi, and then Mission Bay, and then direct. This is the one I almost filed, but I decided not to. Our altitude is going to be 9,000 feet. Okay. So now that we have that, we can come back here. So we're going to go RZS. RZS to Ventura. Nope, not VTUC. What are you doing there? Don't do that. Don't add extra letters where I don't want them. Stupid plane. This is not the plane's fault. That's X-plane. VTU. Delete. Enter. Enter. Victor 208. So we're going to go menu. Load airway. Enter. Victor 208. And it's actually just Victor 208 all the way to Cardi. Oh, wait. No, that's not what it is. Oh, no, it's to Hubbard. Or is it passive? It might be passive. Okay, so let's do this. We got to figure out what this radial crossing is. So we're going to go to the low chart. Okay, so it calls for the LAX 118 radial. On Victor 208, which we're looking at, the LAX 118 radial, there's 132... It is Hubbard, yeah. So this 118 right here is the LX 118 radial, so it's going to be the Hubbard. So insert before that. Hubbard and then Cardi. And then the Mission Bay 320. Yeah. Yeah, okay. then there's the Mission Bay 320 right there. So, okay, so it's Hubbard and then Cardi. So we can go this down to Hubbard, which I have selected. Load. And then after that comes Cardi. RDI. I wasn't expecting to have to do this. This is kind of cool. MZB. Get rid of the Z. Enter. And then KMYF. Okay. So that's good. We got all that in. So if we wanted to recap, San Marcos, Ventura, Victor 208, through Santa Catalina, all the way to Hubbard, then to Cardi, Mission Bay, and Montgomery. Okay, so flight plan, put that away. And we'll put 4 flight away. Initial clearance is 5,000 feet, so alt cell 5,000. It's runway heading. We're taking off a 29er, so it'll be about 290. Good. Vertical speed, 1,500 feet per minute. And we'll set the transponder. Code 1713. And transponder altitude. Good. Set. Okay, clear shield set. The autopilot is set. Route's been added. We've got the transponder. And then let's set the trims. So bring ourselves down to takeoff trim. Good. Add some rudder trim. Left side of the green. Good. Flaps take off. Check our flight controls. Right. Left. Box them. Good. Let's go flying. Park brake is off. I'll grab the weather. And we'll get out of here. 300, 10 knots, 10 mile visibility, fuel clouds 1400, altimeter 3005. Okay. San Luis ground, TBM 717 Tango Sierra is coming out of the jet center with the weather for taxi.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi by Alpha.
29er Alpha, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, clear right and clear left. Victor 208 LEX, yeah, so I fixed that. So we got to go, the LEX 118 radio crosses Victor 208 at Hubbard. So that's why I put Hubbard in there, then Hubbard, Cardi, and then Mission Bay. The first way I put it in there was incorrect. You are right. When I fixed it though, the fixed way is correct for what it'll fly.
Just to verify, we are cleared to land, right?
Roll 7 Mike Charlie, affirmative.
No safe taxi chart on the middle screen. I think you can put charts on there. I'm not sure if they're... Huh. Where the hell does it get that from?
Retard.
Where does it get the chart from to put on the center screen? Are you kidding me? All right, then. All right, well, that works. I have the chart right in front of me anyway, but yeah. Okay, 24 flat for tower. And departure's 2055. San Luis Tower, TBM 717, Tango Sierra, holding short 29er. KJG, thanks for 2 months, man. Gus and the kiddo. Appreciate it, buddy. Cheers.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, San Luis Tower, runway 29er, clear of takeoff. Wind 290 at 10.
Clear for takeoff from me 29er, TBM 7 Tango Sierra.
Number 120 Alpha taxi to parking.
Okay, clear left.
Monitor on, have a nice day. Taxi to parking by Alpha.
Clear right. I think that guy landed. Yep, he's off the runway. Okay. Lights. Camera. And action. Good. Trims, flaps. Let's go flying. Oh, forgot to load the altitude. System, FMS LFE. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. X-plane ground handling. It's positive right here.
Thanks for the help. Have a good day. Tango Sierra, contact set out departure. See you.
Departure, sip. Oops, that was incorrect. Flight director, yaw damper. Heading. Vertical speed.
Palm Springs Tower, November 117 Mike Charlie, off of 31 left at Hotel.
17 Mike Charlie, taxi parking by Hotel.
Sky 64 Tango Zulu, Santa Barbara approach. Expect the GPS runway 25 approach, Santa Barbara altimeter 2995.
2995 on the altimeter. We'll expect the GPS runway 25 approach at Santa Barbara. Thanks, 64 Tango Zulu.
Santa Barbara departure, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, 2,100 climbing 5,000.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, climb maintain 8,000.
Climb maintain 8,000, TBM 7 Tango Sierra. What are my frames doing, man? Yeah, we're a little low, but... Alright, it was 150, go flight change. Frames took a dive all of a sudden. I wonder, I've had some memory leak issues with this plane. I wonder if that's still in play. We've been running it for it's been loaded for 2 hours now, so I'll go back to Toto with that. Keep an eye on it, see how they do. Once we're clear of these clouds, I will turn the inertial separator off. I'll bring the lights off, go to pulse. Oh, flaps are still in. Whoops. Gear up, lights up. The flaps are coming up and indicating. That's a better climb rate. Real bonk, man. Good to see you. We are out of San Luis. Yeah, San Luis Obispo. Yeah, it's a little damp, it seems. Hakaishin Winter, welcome aboard. Good to see you. You did not miss it. It is currently live. We're on our second flight of the day. And boy, have my frame rate gone to poo. Oh, I didn't turn it. Oh, crap. Whoops. Hey. Nobody saw that. All right, so we're clear of the clouds now. We'll turn the inertial separator off.
Tango Sierra, turn left direct to San Marcos. Contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
Left direct San Marcos 125.5. 7 Tango Sierra.
3550.
3550. 7 Tango Sierra. Thank you. There goes the torque. Los Angeles Center, TBM 717 Tango Sierra 7,700 climbing 8,000.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra Los Angeles Center, clear direct Santa Catalina, climbing to 900,000.
Direct Santa Catalina 900,000, 7 Tango Sierra. Nice. Joe's giving us a shortcut. All right, so let's straighten her out here. Come down here, direct. Let's go flight plan. And then Santa Catalina. Direct. Enter. And then nav mode. Close the flight plan out. Oh, it's doing better now. Yeah, the frames are back to 30 plus. So it must have just been going through those clouds, just doing some weird stuff. All right, here comes the acceleration. As long as we have to stay below 250 knots. I suspect that's not going to be a problem, but we'll see. Got a nice 20-knot tailwind going. And pretty much nothing to look at out here. Paco Boy, good to see you, man. I feel pretty good, dude. I'm not tired. Finally expected it to dry up a bit, still some showers in the area. Winds are hitting low in advisory levels across the Santa Ynez range. Ah, that sucks, man. That's a place that does not need winds right now. Kleenex Ghost, good to see you. Be the Gamer YT, 2YT, good to see you. We're doing very well, thank you for asking. Servin, hello, Ian. Happy Saturday. How you doing, man? Yeah, all's going well, man. Baby so far has been pretty chill.
After Santa Barbara.
Baby's been pretty chill. Things are going well. Of course, as I say that, I hear her crying downstairs.
Maintain 5,000.
It's okay, though. Babies cry.
Number 14 was the awkward approaches for spacing.
The awkward approach. 51 minutes to get down there. Because we can't get any higher. I'm missing like 50 knots on my ground speed. Because I can only go to 9,000 feet.
14 is with X actually turning now. Clear direct X, cross Zax at 5,000 or above. Cleared RNAV, correction, GPS runway 25 approach.
Must not have her days and nights messed up. Not yet, man. She's been sleeping she's been sleeping pretty well at night. She gets up every 2.5 to 3.5 hours. We get up, we feed her, change her, put her back to bed. I think we've had a couple 4-hour runs so far. Like we're doing okay with her. I'm confident that at some point that's going to go out the window, but we'll end up seeing what happens there. I am. My frames are still mid to low 20s. Not great. Boy, that's some ominous looking stuff ahead of me. So temperature's -1C. We'll keep an eye on that because we might have to throw some anti-ice on here. Okay, I want map. Next route is on, okay. Cool. Yeah, this is all we got. 282 ground, so 50 minutes for us to get down there. I would have loved to have seen us go higher so we can get another 50 knots out of it, but they won't let us go higher. This is all you get. The old tech roots. Top of the inversion layer is about 2,200 feet. Yeah, we should be all right. GContin07, thank you very much for the bits, man. Says congrats, welcome to the Dad Club. I do appreciate it. Cheers to you, buddy. It's been, yeah, it's been good. It's been good so far. Toby Rice, welcome aboard. I could probably ask for it. Do you think PilotEdge will expand to the East Coast as well? Probably not. I think Keith has come out and said they're looking at other countries will likely be the next expansion point. Because there's not a whole lot in the U.S. that they could do. Center TBM 717 Tango Sierra. Any chance we can get higher?
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, what do you like?
Well, I'd love to go to 31 if you'll give it to me. 7 Tango Sierra.
Or 7 Tango Sierra. Yeah, I can do that. Call maintain 50230.
Okay, 50230 TBM 7 Tango Sierra. Sweet. Good call, Toby. All right, 230.
Foxtrot. Disregard.
All right. Whew. I don't like what those frames are doing. I think it's still got some memory leak issues going on. I should have reloaded the plane between the flights. That's what I've been having. That's what I had to do in the past. But I'll send some diagnostics over. Some info. And welcome to the fun, yeah. Watch my videos YouTube for 2 years, finally watched you on Twitch. Well, welcome aboard, man. It's good to have you here.
717 Tango Sierra, clear to Santa Catalina, Comics 2 arrival, expect flight level 310.
Okay, clear to Santa Catalina, Comics 2 arrival, and we'll expect flight level 310, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay. So let's do some planning here. I don't think that arrival exists for this airport. I think that's a San Diego arrival.
Or 7 Tango Sierra, actually I got the wrong arrival, stand by 1.
Was just looking, 7 Tango Sierra. Not too many guys going this high trying to go down to Monterey or Montgomery. That's why I picked this airport. It's like we never go there.
7 Tango Sierra, just disregard the change in the routing.
Okay, we'll continue on our original routing, 7 Tango Sierra. Uh-oh. Boy, Sim's really coming down on me. Mm-hmm. That ain't good. Frame rate's just tanked. We'll see if it's because it's loading something. What happened?
For 1 Papa Mike, contact SoCal approach, 124.35.
That ain't gonna work. Okay, it's coming up a little bit. All right, back above 19 now. Oh, we're in the 30s now. Okay. It's all over the place.
Radar contact.
All right, there's 150. We'll go flight change. I'll add a whole bunch of power here.
1311 Papa Mike, SoCal approach, cleared localizer, runway 27 approach, altimeter 3000. 1 Papa Mike.
David Clister says, I saw your stream title. May I present you a Father's Day gift?
Other aircraft on that?
Yeah. I've seen this on a mug before.
TACOM 35, Los Angeles Center, descend via Tyson 5.
David Blizzard, do you have that mug? I have a friend or a former boss of mine that had that as a world's okayest boss. It's gonna take us a little bit more time to get up there, but we're gonna save some time for sure once we're actually up at the altitude here.
07 Charlie, climb maintain 7,000.
It's like I need to download some more VRAM. No kidding, man. This is a problem I've been having with this plane. Like if I leave it running, if I let it run for more than like 2.5 hours or so, it just completely kills my frame. So I thought that maybe it was corrected, but I'll have to reach out to Toto again and at least just show him this VOD here and send him whatever data he needs. As long as we stay above 19, we're fine. All right, coming up on 18,000. We'll go standard. It's kind of silly to go all the way to 31,000 feet, but why the hell not? This plane can. Coming up on all the smoke and whatnot from the wildfires down here. We're not quite there yet, but we will soon. I know of Infinite Flight, but I've never actually used it. Eagle 11, thank you very much for 2 months. He says congrats on becoming a dad. I do appreciate it, buddy. Cheers. It's been a good week and a half so far. Can I fly the IXEG soon? It's on my list, yeah. I'll probably get it going here in the next few weeks or so.
07 Charlie, clear direct passive. All right. 07 Charlie, clear direct passive.
Zip Gaming, good to see you. Got a question. Did you build your gaming PC yourself or buy a pre-made? Looking to buy some PCs for X-Plane. I did build it myself, yeah. One second.
Retard, retard, retard.
Paco Board, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers to you, buddy. I appreciate it. Sorry, my buddy who's coming up later was asking if we're still going. Hell yeah, we're still going.
Charlie, clear direct Oceanside.
I live in California. We just got rain, which we're all happy about because of the fires. Nice. Did they get rain down like where the fires are at? Have to donate to the Diaper Fund. Thank you. But so yeah, I built my my PC myself. Like if you've got the know-how and you've got the willingness to build it, you're better off building your own PC. Because you're gonna get exactly what you want. It's gonna be cheaper, and you'll know exactly kind of what goes in there and whatnot. I always recommend building over buying when possible. That being said, if you need to buy one, then it's not. There are certainly some perfectly fine options out there. Just make sure you get a fast processor, get an i7, get a lot of RAM. 16 gigs of RAM is pretty much the minimum for the flight sims, in my opinion. Get a good graphics card, at least a 1060. The bigger graphics card you can get, the better. 1,000 to go. Should get a handoff, and then 310. Tigers 1904, good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. Congratulations to new arrival. Also nice to watch a stream at a sensible hour. It's good to have you here, man. It's good to be live at a sensible hour. I want to do more Saturday streams, and I think we should be able to now that we're coming into winter. And my wife will be hopefully less cool. My wife will hopefully be less busy. Zachary's son, good to see it. Happy Saturday. Is Ryzen okay with X-Plane? Yeah, Ryzen's fine. Like you're gonna lose some like single-threaded performance that will you're gonna probably see better frames and whatnot with an Intel CPU.
7 Tango Sierra, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2.
33.2, 7 Tango Sierra. You'll get better better performance and whatnot overall with a Ryzen CPU, but like the sim will probably run better and get slightly higher frames because it's single-threaded dependent with the with an Intel. Your mileage may vary, of course. Los Angeles Center, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 230.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, Los Angeles Center, climb maintain flight level 310.
Climb maintain flight level 310, TBM 7 Tango Sierra. $31,000, vertical speed, pull that nose up. So a nice big climb right here. Yeah, up we go. I'm not happy with how the sim is running at the moment. Know how to build one, just looking into parts is key. I need to save a little money. 16 and no job. Yeah, well, PC Part Picker's your friend, man. PC Part Picker help you find the best overall prices, and then keep an eye on like slick deals and look for good, look for the parts out there. If you're in a position where, you know, money is kind of the concern, then you know, there's certainly ways of saving money during the whole build process. If you're willing to take your time. I'm never willing to take my time. I am not a patient man, so. Hey, Peter Alexander, good to see you, buddy. Have a good one. But yeah, I would go to, like, I use CPU benchmark, so.
Sir, one pop of my contact San Diego, contact Limber Tower 118.3.
So I use this website called CPUbenchmark.net, and also they have a sister site, video card benchmarks. And what you can do is say, okay, I want to go search for my CPU model, and so we've got an 8600K, so i5 8600K, and we're going to add I have a 4790K, and let's say we want to compare that to a Ryzen 2700X, right? So we'll go with the one of the higher end Ryzens right now. So we'll compare all those. Okay. So they're taking samples. So they're taking samples of people running benchmarks on their machine. So in this case, we look through this. Okay, so the 8600's got 6 cores. My 4790K's got 4 cores with hyperthreading, and the Ryzen 2700's got 8 cores with hyperthreading. And what you really care about are these last few numbers here. All right. So the 8600K single threaded is 2,519 points. What's a point? Who cares? The bigger the number, the better. So 2,519 internet points for the single threading. The Ryzen is 2,192 points. So if we pull a calculator out and we say, all right, well, what's that? That's 2,192 divided by 25, 5. 2192 divided by 2519. So the single-threaded performance of the Ryzen 2700X is 87% that of this 8600K in a synthetic environment, right? When you look at the overall performance, though, the big red number down here, the big red one, you can see that the 2700X is significantly more powerful because it's got 8 cores. It's got essentially more horsepower and whatnot. And this doesn't take into account any overclocking or stuff like that. So whenever I'm looking at CPUs and hardware and whatnot, like, this is the website I go to, and this is what I use to really compare stuff. So, like, for example, I have a 4790K, and I have an E5 1650 version 1 for my rendering machine. So this is what my CPU, this is what my simming PC is running. This is what my video rendering machine is running. The video renderer has 6 cores. My machine has 4 cores. The video renderer's got single-threaded performance that's 20% below mine, but it's got the same overall performance in terms of all cores put together. So for my purposes, like, this machine is fantastic for video rendering because it's essentially as powerful as my desktop machine in that regard. So it's cool website when you're putting stuff together, when you're trying to compare, like, should I get this CPU or that CPU, and how does it all kind of work together. All right, 1,000 to go. My Thanksgiving is very good. We were over at my my wife's family's house, my mother-in-law's house, And we had, you know, we had a good amount of family showed up throughout the day. It was very cold outside. We had some friends come over later in the day.
Across Santa Catalina, maintain flight level 240.
Santa Catalina, flight level 240, 7 Tango 0. All right, come down here, go to flight plan. Santa Catalina at 24. Oops. 24,000. Do 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 do. All right, so we got VNav set up now, so I can come all the way down here. I can say, well, my target is actually going to be 2,000 feet per minute. 1,900 feet per minute. We'll go with that. So our top of descent is going to be less than 12 minutes from now. So now I have a VNav that I have a marker that tells me when I'm going to start down. And so we're half an hour now till we reach destination. I'm not sure we saved any time by doing that, but I'd rather be up here higher than down lower. Actually, a little bumpy up here at 31. Look for used parts in your area. Look for like Micro Center has fantastic deals on stuff. I've bought a lot of stuff through my Micro Center. Like my graphics card was an open box Micro Center. Works great. Heathenator, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Oh, 4-flight. Crap. Sorry. Just sitting here staring at stuff. If I build a PC, I'm able to keep upgrading every 2 years or so because I'll only be able to use it for a couple years before I go to the Air Force Academy. I mean, you can do some upgrades to modern machines.
Taxi parking via Bravo Hotel. Charlie.
There's always potential for upgrading. Things that you can do, like graphics cards and RAM and stuff like that. You know, CPUs are usually dependent on the motherboard, so to upgrade the CPU, you have to upgrade the motherboard, which is a very big project.
Charlie, contact SoCal approach.
Would you say it's light shot? I think I would. Yeah, I try not to leave it up all the time because it does block, you know, it does block stuff. Like here we got the VNav stuff over up here, so you can kind of see what our progress there is.
Charlie.
So what I can do is I can dial in 24,000. 24K right there, and hit the VNav button. Vertical path, and now we should see a vertical path come up, and it should follow that. Fingers crossed.
Vector visual approach runway 27.
All right, let me save this.
4,000.
My wife just sent me a picture. I got to show you guys. If you're going to watch my stream from now on, you're going to see a lot of baby pictures.
35, contact Las Vegas approach.
But if you don't like that, I'm sorry. Not really. There you go. So she got there's obviously lots of pilot stuff that she got, but one of the bibs she got was Future Pilot. And out like a damn light. Like the kid just sleeps, eats, sleeps, and poops. Not necessarily in that order.
TACOM 35, Las Vegas approach clear direct.
One logical, good to see it. Welcome aboard.
Approach only 26 left.
I have flight gear. I've never used flight gear. I don't know. I only use X-Plane 11, so I haven't messed around with much beyond it. There's Santa Barbara down there. Or no, that's not. What is that? Well, that's Oxnard. Okay. Or no, that's not even Oxnard. That's oh, that's the airbase. That's Point Magoo. Oxnard's back here. This is where all the fires are at, or were at. I'm not sure if it's still happening or not, but Whole area's been lit up for a while. I'm actually going to change this from... I'm going to change it from target to FPA. So we're going to change it to a degree here. So we'll say 2.5 degree descent, which will get us about 1,500 feet per minute. That way it doesn't like oscillate and hunt on the way down trying to find a respectable vertical speed, because we're going to speed up as we descend. Down we go. Onward we fly. Something. Oxnard Point Magoo, yeah. So babies are supposed to do, just wait. Oh, I know. When they get efficient, they can eat and poop while asleep. She's getting there, man. She's getting there. The problem we've got right now is that she gets comfortable and like, so you're feeding her and then she falls asleep while she's eating. And so she stops eating. But she's still hungry, but she's not hungry enough to stay awake and eat. So if you try to put her down and she hasn't finished the bottle, she's just going to wake up immediately and start screaming at you because she wants more food. So the trick is to try to get her to somehow, you know, eat. So I did this yesterday. I decided, well, if I take off her sleeper and sort of get her, you know, out and exposed a little bit and kind of shake her a little bit, maybe I can. Nope, she was like gone, dead, nothing. Just like, I'm done. I'm sleeping. This is my spot now. And then I tried again a little bit later. I figured, okay, I'll pick her up and shake her a bit. And then I ended up with, you know, the same sort of thing. She's just completely flayed out. Like, this is how this is my life now. So yeah, we have to like the biggest struggle that we have is trying to get her to stay awake while she's being fed. The milk drunk. I know, dude, it's fantastic. Absolutely love it, man. It's good. She got a special outfit for Thanksgiving, and a bib that says "My First Thanksgiving." That was pretty sweet. Not that she needed a bib or anything, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, it's been pretty good so far. It's definitely like my life has definitely changed. Not that I'm not at all complaining about that. It's been nice. Hawkfish 3, good to see you, man. She won't sleep through the night for a while. She gets up every 3 to 4 hours. And we'll continue to do that. Colton Ludwig, good to see you. Welcome aboard and happy Saturday.
DECOM 35, send maintain 5,000. DECOM 35, 40 airfield in sight, 12 o'clock and 20 miles.
After eat, sleep, poop, it's grab, cry, and say no. Yeah, I know. That I'm not looking forward to. 2 minutes till top of descent. Yeah, so we gained 60 knots by climbing. I know we lost a little bit of time actually in the climb, but overall we probably knocked 10 or 15 minutes off the total length of this trip by going to 31. And we'll get to speed up on the way down on the way down the hill too. Yeah, I've been trying to take the last one of the night and the first one of the morning. We're doing formula, so I can feed her whenever. But if I can wake up at like 8 or 8:30, get her in the morning, close the door to the bedroom, let my wife get a little more rest, it works out pretty well. My wife is like, I'm gonna be awake no matter what. So, like right now, she's doing most of the feedings at night. But the baby pretty much eats at 10:30, between 9:30 and 10, and then usually around midnight to 1, and then usually around 4, and then usually 6 to 7. So the only two that are really tough are that like 1:30, 2 o'clock a.m. and the like 4, 5 o'clock a.m. But I've consciously been trying to give myself an extra 2 hours or so to sleep, and it's been helping a ton. But I've been here for a long time. I've not been here for a long time. Make sure to join the Discord. Absolutely. My oldest daughter's, or my older daughter skipped the terrible twos. My younger daughter did not. Yeah. Let's hope. How does the VNAV of the TBM work? Good question. So you have to have an altitude restriction plugged in. So in this case, I plugged in 24,000 feet at Santa Catalina. And then it opens up the VNAV profile. So you scroll all the way down here. And you can set a target feet per minute, or you can set a FPA, so essentially a degree that you want to come down the hill. So I've set 2.5 degree FPA, which means I want to descend at 2.5 degrees down to Santa Catalina. Because what's going to happen is we're going to hop on that little glide path. And here we go. We should pick it up now. Moment of truth. Nope, didn't do it. Now it is. So now it's gonna pick up this. So we set it 2.5 degrees, so it's gonna come down the hill at 2.5 degrees, and we're going to accelerate as we're coming down. So that's why I use FPA over feet per minute, because feet per minute would sit there and hunt, trying to find that right descent rate. And feet per minute would be what you'd want to use if you're in a piston plane. So we set that, and then once you do that, you'll have time to top of descent populated, and then as you get close to your top of descent, you'll start to see your vertical speed target and your vertical speed required. So right now it's 1,600 feet per minute for us to get all the way down to Santa Catalina. We're 120 feet deviated above our path, but I can see that our target, like we're essentially that's equalizing, like we're catching up to it. So 3.5 minutes now will be at the bottom of the descent. So we hit VNAV button on here. It'll capture that VNAV path and it'll take us down. And I think the trick is you have to wait until you got the actual VNAV markers on here to press the VPath button. Seems to be what's going on here. Otherwise, like you saw, it won't capture. So all that's left to do now as we're heading down the hill is to, of course, monitor and make sure that we're going to make it, but then also watch our torques and pull the power back as we're heading down. Is the G1000 only the TBM? Negative. This is actually the Laminar defaults G1000. So this G1000 is in the sim. He has done some work to it, so he has added synthetic vision to it and some other stuff to the overall displays and whatnot. But the G1000 itself is in the sim, is in X-Plane 11 by default. November Papa, it's good to see you. Happy Friday, or happy Saturday, sorry. Is there any way I can email a message you a list of parts for my PC? So what I would do, Zip Gaming, I'm not going to have time to review parts, but if you want to go to PC Part Picker and put together your order.
Got a 7 Tango Sierra, contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
28.6, 7 Tango Sierra.
07 Charlie, Ramona Airport, 11 o'clock, 4 miles, port safe.
LA Center, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 272, descending flight level 240, Santa Catalina.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, Los Angeles Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
Cross Cardi at maintain 15,000, the San Diego altimeter 2997.
Cardi 15,097, the altimeter 7 Tango Sierra. All right, so we'll just come in here.
7 Tango Sierra, clear direct Cardi, resume on navigation.
Direct Cardi on nav, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, so let's go Cardi. Direct, enter. So that'll turn us now to Cardi. And then we're going to go FMS. Oops, pull power back first of all. So Cardi at 15,000 feet. So we'll put 15,000 in here. And then hit enter. 2.5 degrees. So now we can level off for a little bit. We'll just keep a nice easy descent going. Because we are descending. I'm going to keep a nice 500 foot per minute vertical speed descent. But we'll keep this path here that we'll capture here in about 2 minutes. And then we'll start down for real down to Cardi. So yeah, as far as the PC parts goes, go to PC Part Picker, put together your list, and then I'd head over to the Discord server and just post it in support or post it in one of the channels and see if you can get somebody to give you some feedback. Unfortunately, I will not have the time to review PC parts. There are lots of build guides that are out there, and PC Part Picker has tons of guides for how to build a good gaming PC, and that's what I would recommend doing. Because I keep up on things pretty well, but I don't know your specific financial situation. I don't know where you live and what the delivery stuff is like. Like, I don't know how quickly you want to get it and so on and so forth.
07 Charlie, it's now 11 o'clock.
You need to be within 5 minutes top of descent. Got it. Thank you.
Miles.
So I should go to arm V path then. We're within 5 minutes top of descent. And we should pick it up then, right? If what you say is correct. Thanks, was a ton. It was close, but was missing a couple details. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I learned it. I learned the VNAV stuff by flying around in the real world with Max. So Max showed me like when we were doing the diamond flight back to Dallas a couple months ago, or back in August, I guess at this point. I had Max sort of walk me through how do you figure out VNAV and get it going. And because like the tutorials out there are kind of like they're not great because a lot of people don't. I think that this is one of the first G1000s that's like really properly supported VNAV profiles, and even then it's still kind of lacking in some ways, but it gets the job done. Jay Falcon, thank you very much for 5 months of support. He says congratulations to you and the missus. I do appreciate it, man. Cheers to you, buddy. And happy Saturday. Red Lizard, good to see you. What are we doing? We're flying a fake airplane. What else? What do you think we're doing? Just talking and having a good time. Making our way down to Montgomery.
Hold short, runway 26 right at Alpha 5.
Hoping my sim doesn't crap itself on the way down. Because it's certainly trying its hardest. New particle effects in 1130, very impressive. Been loving them. Switch back to 1126. Sim kept crashing. Yeah. I'll switch over to it once it's in release candidate state.
TACOM 35, cross runway 26 right Alpha 5. Taxi to Charlie Gate to Bravo 5. Have a good one.
We'll dial in 15,000. I'll switch over to it once it's release candidate, but I generally avoid just straight up betas. I can't afford the frustration of having my sim not run or crash during one of these streams. And sort of my whole my entire simming life is built at this point around these streams. All right, so we should capture the vertical path. About a minute or so. Post your build on Build a PC. Yeah, that's a good idea, too. Just won a solo in Fortnite. Congratulations. Ernie the Cat. By the way, Ernie, I didn't say hello to you, man. Happy Saturday, dude. Hope you're doing well. IRL question. Where do you get weather for an airport? And the airports around it don't have an ATIS or AWAS. Good question. So if there's, I obviously use ForeFlight for the majority of the stuff here. Let me get my direct to in. But if there's no weather, you use an airport that's close by. Sometimes the airport information will tell you what's where to get an altimeter setting from. If I'm just doing flight planning stuff, I'll use the weather channel. Go punch the airport into the weather channel and see what that is reporting. You're not really going to get any good official sources out of it, unfortunately. I haven't flown into any. I don't think I've flown into too many airports that are like that. But I mean, if you're up in the air and you're coming into an airport that doesn't have weather, do a low pass over the field and look for the windsock, and that'll pretty much tell you what you should be doing. That'll tell you what runway to land on. But yeah, the best thing you can do is just find an airport that's close by. Same thing with what you would do with a TAF. If most airports don't have TAFs, so you just kind of use the closest one, and then interpolate from there. Been doing my IFR ATPL in the 172 G1000. I won't do this for training, but G1000 is similar to IRL. It's pretty close, yeah. There are things that it's missing, it won't do holds. I can't program a random hold. However, this GPS does a pretty good job of walking you through procedures and kind of all that stuff. If you've not tried it, the X-Plane 11 is available for a demo. X-Plane 11 is available for a demo, and you can jump into the 172, and you can sort of the 172 G1000, and you can basically walk through all the features and whatnot. The demo is time limited on your flight controls. So your joystick will stop working after 15 minutes, but you could sit in there with a mouse and play for hours if you wanted to.
That's 2 ago, pass for Cat 2.
I think the G1000, like, it does a pretty good job. I've never flown in the real world. Like, I've never been PIC on a G1000 plane. Like, I've flown with it and, you know, messed around with it here and there, but I've always had somebody who knew the thing better than me, sitting in the left seat. But my experience has been it does pretty well. Charter, thank you very much for 12 months of support, man. 1 whole year, absolutely. Happy late Thanksgiving. Yeah, absolutely, man. Cheers. Thanksgiving was good. I ate a lot. Ate a lot and had a couple glasses of wine and wanted to fall asleep. So it's been my life. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good, Colton. We got 8 minutes to go, about 9 minutes to go till we get into Montgomery. Montgomery is reporting variable 3 knots, 10 mile visibility, scattered 2600, broken 3500, and altimeter's 2906. See how we end up coming in there. Doing flight planning in the closest airport is 30 miles away. Yeah, it's tough. Like, the best thing you can do is, like, pull up the Weather Channel and see if they've got, you know, like, or Weather Underground or something like weather.gov, and see if they've got a weather station nearby. There might be somebody that has one in their backyard that's reporting to one of those sites.
Southwest 4731, contact departure.
But in that case, like, just plan on overflying the airport no matter what, looking for the windsock and then choosing a runway from there.
SoCal approach 119.6.
1967, Tango Sierra. $19.6.
So 1507.
Alpha standard.
Charlie, taxi parking via Alpha, enjoy your evening.
7. SoCal approach, TBM 717, Tango Sierra, flight level 185, descending 15,000 Cardi. We got whiskey.
TBM 717, Tango Sierra, SoCal approach, Palomar, altimeter 2995.
95. So he did not give us an expect for an approach, so we still need to tell the next controller that we've got whiskey. We have the weather.
Southwest 4731, Las Vegas departure, radar.
Oh, you already, okay, you have explained how to use it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, give it a shot, man. Just, like, hop in the default 172. The default 172 is pretty good. It flies, you know, it flies well, like, whatever. It'll get the job done. I do a lot of IFR stuff on the 172 with the 435/30 in it. And I found it to be pretty good. Currently still on the Diamond DA-20 Katana Eclipse. Ah. A floater of an airplane, from what I understand. Oh, man. But if you remember, Jay Falcon, if you remember back to, like, weather planning and whatnot, I think what they say is, like, if you look at the winds aloft and you go perpendicular, that's usually how the winds will run. But if you throw mountains and kind of all that stuff in the mix, then you need to look at, like, what the prevailing winds are, and you get a pretty good idea. But honestly, you don't need to plan quite to that level, in my opinion. Like, get yourself into the airport, get yourself close, listen on CTAF, see what everybody else is using. The worst case scenario, overhead 1,500 feet, look down. Oh, okay, that's what it's doing, and then plan for that runway. I think it's going to be a dive and drive coming in here. Still in time building phase, my ATPL using DA-20, but B200 simulator in the school, quite a difference. One of our Katanas doesn't even have a gyro. Holy crap, dude. That sounds like a blast. How many hours do you have? You're in a 141 if you're doing ATPL, but how many hours do you have currently? Are you in the US or are you outside of the US actually? Now that I think about it.
717 Sierra, SoCal approach, how do you read?
5x5?
Did you check it?
I did.
717 Tango Sierra, Roger, 7 maintain 7,000, and do you have an approach request?
7,000. We'll take a visual approach. 7 Tango Sierra.
717 Tango Sierra, thank you. Expect visual approach, runway 28 right.
28 right, 7 Tango Sierra. What frequency are you expecting us on right now?
You're on the right frequency.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll do 1,500 feet per minute down. We need to descend way faster than that. So let's do 2,000, and we're gonna pull the. Actually, let's do. Watch this. Let's just get ourselves down to. I'm gonna get myself down to 200 knots indicated.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
200 knots indicated, then we'll go to flight change mode, and then that nose will go boom, right down.
Foxtrot Tango towards ground, runway 29 right, taxi via Alpha Juliet. You're looking for IFR? Oh, sorry about that. I thought you were just ready to taxi. Stand by.
All right, there's 200 knots indicated or selected, and we'll see what kind of descent rate we get out of this thing now. If I put the reversers on in the air, that definitely would bring me down, but that would also break the airplane. No, you're in Europe. Okay. Gotcha. Wife is super sick. Kids need me. All right, David. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. 2KS Delta, welcome aboard. Filling out the VFR navlog. He wants me to do it manually first and let me transfer over to 4 fighters to prove I can do it manual once. Ah, that makes sense, yeah. Then all you really need are the winds aloft. But yeah, I see what you're doing. Is he going to make you fill out the navlog too as you fly? I crossed this point at this time. I suspect I have this much fuel left. Yeah. I'm all set with that.
4 Foxtrot Tango, read back, correct?
All right. Let's do a little different screenshot this time. Should I get it close? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Now we're talking.
Okay,
Yeah.
departure. Aero 8521 is on the ground at Avalon, looking to pick up our IFR departure to Palomar.
2,300 feet per minute. Down the hill we go. Dive, dive, dive.
All right, 521.
Though we're going to have to level out here in a second.
Departure, cleared to the Palomar Airport. As filed. Maintain 4,000, expect 5,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 127.4, squawk 6650.
All right, Aero 8521 is cleared to Palomar as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000, expect 5 after 5 minutes.
Okay.
Frequency is 127.4
1,000 to go.
and squawk 6650, 8521.
521, read back correct.
Montgomery Airport's 19.2 for the tower.
Seneca 454 Foxtrot Tango, runway 29 right, taxi via Alpha.
The level out here. We'll be ready to add some power back in.
7 Tango Sierra, flighting 100. Vector vis approach, contact SoCal approach 124.35.
100, 2435, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, 100. 24. 35. SoCal approach, TBM 717 Tango Sierra 7000.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, SoCal approach to maintain 5,000. San Diego altimeter 2997.
5097, 7 Tango Sierra.
916 Alpha Mike.
5000, vertical speed.
Go to Las Vegas Airport, pins 2 departure.
1500, pull the power back a bit. And 97 on the altimeter.
In transition.
Okay.
Direct wig. Cresso for arrival.
Landing gear.
Climb via Citic set, maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 128.1.
Okay, he's pretty much got me pointed right at the airport. We're gonna wait till we punch through this layer. Last reported ceilings were broken 35.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
About to crank right through the delta here.
Landing gear.
I wish I knew where that button was for. Is it on the?
Traffic. 12 o'clock. Low.
2 miles. File descends to departure.
Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, no.
Actually, you didn't read
Why is it going around?
changes.
I didn't mean to push that.
So it spins to departure.
Landing gear. Landing
Lights in
gear.
transition. Direct wig.
Traffic. 12 o'clock.
Cresso for
Low.
arrival.
1 mile.
Whoops. All right, heading mode. I pushed the go around button. So it was like, all right, full power. Here we go.
Traffic. 11 o'clock. Low. 1 mile. Traffic. 11 o'clock. Low. 1 mile.
All right, so we're beam the field. Oh yeah, so it went into go around mode, so it gave me basically
10
like full
o'clock.
climb.
Low. Less than 1 mile.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's the airport down there. There is going to be traffic at the airport. All right, let's get the inertial separator on. Okay, temp is 9 Celsius. No worry about icing here. So we're fine. Pilot Pano's good to see, but I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. How you doing? Happy Saturday. Suma just completed IFR. I have not yet. I still need to, I'm almost done with the IFR. Put it that way. How long would you need if we could safely transition to something like the TBM? Probably need a little bit of time. I don't know. My hunch is like insurance would want you to do like 25, 30, 40 hours or whatever, but I'm pretty low on hours altogether. So like getting insurance would be the hard part. Not like legally I could jump into one right now and fly it. Actually, no, I don't have complex. I don't have complex or high altitude, but like insurance would be the problem, not not anything else, like not legality.
454 Foxtrot Tango Torrance Tower, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff. Wind call.
2. I'd want to spend some time in some complex stuff though, like go spend some time in an Aero, or even a multi-engine.
4731 Los Angeles Center, climb maintain level 260.
So he's sending me out, going to turn me around and then bring me back in. Probably going to do it very soon. And then he'll give me he'll give me the final descent once we're turning around. Most likely.
SoCal departure, Aero 8521, 3,800 for 4,000.
Nah, that's fine, man. Ask away.
SoCal departure, did you get an IFR release?
Thessaloniki? I have no idea where that's even at. Spencer, welcome aboard.
Anytime you depart without a tower, you get a release.
Is this game easy to play if I've never played a plane game before? Not really. Grab the demo, see how. Go to xplane.com, get the demo, give it a shot. But it's going to be a little bit difficult, yeah. It can be difficult or it can be easy. Like it can swing both ways essentially. That's what she said. Yeah. Yeah.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 270, so maintain 3,800.
3,800, 270, 7 Tango Sierra.
Call Montgomery ground again.
Okay, 3,800 vertical speed.
Cherokee 401 Tango Sierra, Montgomery ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Hotel Alpha.
401 Tango Sierra, that's Ian. 270 is due west.
Southwest 4731, send via Disney for arrival.
Traffic. 1 o'clock. Low. 1 mile.
It's all right. Traffic ain't gonna hurt me. Second largest city in Greece. Got it. Okay.
776 Charlie Echo.
Are you on vacation or is that where you live? Because that sounds like it'd be okay place to be. What's the best GA aircraft for X-plane out there? It depends on the kind of GA you want to fly. Like if you're talking like basically not an airliner, this thing.
11 o'clock. Low. 2 miles.
If you want to, tool around in a piston airplane, like I don't know, anything by V-Flight Air, like even the real anything that anything that Oh man, I don't remember what that. I can't remember.
Tango Sierra, maintain 3,300, airport 12 o'clock and 10 miles.
3,300. We're looking 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, let's pull power back. 3,300 vertical speed. Just drop that nose as quickly as we can because that airport is gonna be out there. Yeah, for GA, it kind of depends on what kind of plane you want to fly. Okay, we're gonna get below the layer.
For 7 Tango Sierra, maintain 2,600.
2,600, 7 Tango Sierra. It's basically dropping me as low as he can. Had it, don't have it now. Wait till we get below this layer.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
There it is.
Foxtrot Tango, contact departure.
SoCal TBM 7 Tango Sierra as Montgomery.
TBM 7 Tango Sierra, roger, clear as approach, runway 28 right.
Clear for visual approach 28 right, TBM 7 Tango Sierra.
TBM 7 Tango Sierra, contact Montgomery Tower 19.2, Sierra.
Tower 19-2, 7 Tango Sierra, good day.
And departure, Seneca 454. Seneca 454, Foxtrot Tango, SoCal departure, radar contact, you're on the wrong code, squawk 7216, say altitude. Foxtrot Tango, 4,000 after you get the code in.
Landing gear.
There we go, thank you.
Montgomery Tower, TBM 717 Tango Sierra, visual 28 right.
TBM 717 Tango Sierra, Montgomery Tower, right 28 right, code land, wind variable 3.
Good land 28 right, TBM 7 Tango Sierra.
Montgomery Tower, Cherokee 401 Tango Sierra, just blown up to the whole chart, 28 right. Cherokee 401 Tango Sierra, Montgomery Tower, you ready to go?
Landing
I'll be ready to
gear.
go. Cherokee 1 Tango Sierra, traffic, TBM on a 3-mile final, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, and
Okay, first notch flaps.
right close traffic, approve, report,
Gear.
midfield down each time, clear for immediate takeoff. Right, clear for immediate takeoff, 28 right, right close traffic, report midfield, 401 Tango Sierra. 717 Tango Sierra, traffic, Cherokee, departing for right close traffic.
Insight. Okay, got him just on the threshold there. Flaps full. .95 knots.
500.
Checked. Okay, gear down 3 green, flaps down indicated. Lights are set. Runway's in sight, clearance received. We're landing. Oops.
Speed.
Tower 1 Tango Sierra is midfield. Assume you want us to extend our downwind. 1 Tango Sierra, negative. Runway 28 right, clear for the option. 28 right, clear for the option. 401 Tango Sierra.
Ran out of freaking rudder there. God, this X-Plane's so freaking squirrely on the ground.
17 Tango Sierra, cross runway 28 left at Foxtrot.
Cross 2 left Foxtrot 7 Tango Sierra.
Cherokee 521, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Sim is very squirrely on the ground. Drives me up the wall.
Contact SoCal approach 128.1. Number 7 Tango Sierra, cross runway 23 at Foxtrot, taxi parking via Golf or Golf Hotel, monitor ground on the other side. We'll see you.
Okay, Golf Hotel, monitor ground, and we'll cross runway 23, 7 Tango Sierra. Good day.
That was 4731, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
All right. Grounds 18225. 18225. There we go. Bring the flaps in. We made it. That landing though. Holy crap. Max, good to see you. Just landed at Las Vegas. Oh, nice, dude. You're all over the place, man. Did you fly there? Fly there by yourself, man, or did you take somebody?
Southwest 4731, Los Angeles Center, Ontario altimeter 2.
Right. A little park break. Move that sucker over. Click you. Up here, we're gonna go right to left. AP trims off. The boost pump can come off. Ignition's off. Starter's off. Gens off. And lights are set. Go ahead and shut her down. Oh, what a cool plane, man. I love flying this thing. Heard X-Plane is better for PilotEdge. Do you think P3D users should get X-Plane in order to fly on PilotEdge? Nah, man, you can fly at P3D. There's plenty of guys flying P3D. There's probably more people flying PilotEdge, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, the client works fine in P3D. All right, good there. Overhead panel off, off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montgomery Airport. Oh yeah, so the avionics came off, my frames went back, so there's still a little weird thing going on here. I'll let them know. Okay, that's open. Nope. We made it. I liked it. It was good. First time back for a while. Let's go disconnect from PilotEdge. And then replay. Watch the landing. Wasn't a great landing, but we'll watch it anyway. Nice nose down attitude coming in. See, I didn't trust just letting it sink. I should have just held my attitude there, let it hit, and then kept it. I kept trying to pull back. And I was good then until I started veering off to the left for whatever reason. Oh, because the reversers went up. And then trying to get her straightened back out was like, you know, a little sketchy perhaps. Got it though. He's all right. I nailed 1,000-foot markers though. Hell yeah. Dink. And then we go flying again. I have no interest in Fortnite, but thank you, though. Not really my kind of game. I'm gonna go play some Red Dead later. Yeah, man, that was perfect if I hadn't, like, if I just let it settle. And if I just gone into beta and like, avoided using full reversers. You gotta put a lot of right pedal into this, though, when you go reversers. Well, that was a good time. Canada 1 pilot, good to see it. It was smooth. That's right. I'll take it. Space Cowboy, good to see it. Everybody else I missed, hello. Yeah, it's good to be back, guys. So we'll see you guys again on Friday evening. And yeah, have a good rest of the weekend. Have a good week. And I don't know. Whatever. Let's see who's live. Who can we go watch? There's plenty of people to go watch. Some good, some not so good. Anybody else? Yeah. We'll go say hi to 757 Spy. Oh, man. Is he doing anything? Departs at 1:53 p.m. That was an hour ago. Oh, he's Central Time, so he's going to go soon. Okay, we'll go watch 757 Spy. So, folks, thank you very much again. It's good to be back. I hope you all have a fantastic and wonderful rest of the weekend. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Toodles. I didn't plan my out music.